Hi, everybody. Welcome back on the Maroon Devils Network. We get to talk some Maroon Devil football with head coach Sherman Holt. And, Coach, wow, it seems like it's been a couple of weeks, and it has since we had a chance to talk about our Maroon Devils. We've had an open week now. If you will, go back and tell us kind of what you've done these last 2 weeks. Everybody does it different. Some guys get a couple of days off. Some guys work on basics. Some guys work on conditioning. Tell us what you've done with our Maroon Devil football team the last 2 weeks.
Well, we used that off week. We had a couple guys get a little dinged up, so we kind of got them healthy, and we just focused on us, getting better. Fundamentals, we focused a lot on continuing to get better tackling, and trying to change some things up front offensively for our guys, kind of help protect our quarterback a little bit better. And so, just getting better at what we do and, not adding or taking away a whole lot. You don't throw the kitchen sink out just to put it back in per se during the open week. So just took time to get a couple guys healthy and just get better at what we do.
Yeah. So. Coach, we talk about the last game. Our defense really played an outstanding game against Dade County. We had really good special teams play. Talk about some of that because they really stepped up and I think really just had a huge game.
Yeah, special teams for us has been really good all year, and it's one of those things we spend a lot of time on it in practice, and we tell our guys that one play could change the outcome of the game,
Yes.
And so for us, we got a lot of guys that per se don't play on offense or defense that are on our special teams, and we try to, get them to understand that, you get bought in, that's just as big a role as it is to be on offense or to be on defense. So just having those guys playing hard and giving a lot of effort and, just doing their job and stepping up when their number's called. I think if we look back at all our games, we've probably won the field position battle. Right. And, most of that is dedicated to our special teams units. And so real proud of their effort and what they've been able to do for us to either flip the field or set us up offensively, on a short field. And so special teams has been real good, and just proud of those guys' efforts.
Yeah. Coach, the non-conference schedule is probably as tough as anybody in the Smoky Mountain Conference. I think we've played about half the Mountain 7 Conference. We've played all those good teams, and they were very good. Dade County, we played in North Buncombe, of course. But now all that's behind us. We've had a week off. And this is what Maroon Devil football is all about. We start Smoky Mountain Conference play, and that's just like a whole new season around here, isn't it?
Yeah, I told somebody last week. They said, you played a tough non-conference schedule in the opening few weeks, and I told them, I said, well, it don't get any easier when we go into conference play. You look at it, I think, I'm not a big polls guy, but you look at the 1A poll, and Andrews and Robbinsville and Murphy and Hayesville are all like in the top 10, and so for us, it's not whether we're going to play tough opponents. It's just what week do we have? Which tough opponent do we have this week? So nothing changes there. Got Robbinsville coming into town this week, and so. What better way to start off conference play than with the Black Knights,
Yeah.
So.
Talking about Robbinsville, Coach, we kind of know what they do. It's Cutler Adams and a lot of Cutler Adams. They've ran the football for 1,683 yards. He has over 1,000 of those himself. They've scored 18 touchdowns on the ground. He has scored 10 of them. They've scored 20 touchdowns this season, 18 on the ground, 2 in the passing game. But he is the guy that makes that offense go. And what makes him so special as a running back from what you've looked at on film?
Well, I told our kids yesterday in practice, the thing that I've noticed is he sticks his foot in the ground one time and gets north and south. He don't juke. He don't dance. He's probably got some of the best vision of any running back that we've seen to this point. He just runs hard. He's got good speed. Tough kid,
yeah.
And the funny thing about when you get into the SMC, all our kids know everybody's. Our kids know the Robbinsville kids know our kids, and so when you look at their team, you got Cutler Adams, and he's a great athlete, great running back, but we've seen other kids that's, they're very dynamic in what they do. They don't do a whole lot. They line up, they run what they've ran, and they've gotten good at it, and they've got about 3 or 4 that can tote it. And so I know Cutler has led their team in yardage and stuff, but some of those other guys are pretty dangerous too. So going to be a good challenge for our defense this week to kind of slow down that running attack.
Yeah. Donovan Carpenter, a big, tall, 6'4" quarterback, tall and lean. He's a guy that just doesn't make a lot of mistakes. I think they fumbled 3 times all year, and when you run it as much as they do, Coach, that says a lot. So that's something that we can't really rely on as them to turn it over, because they don't give it back much, do they?
Nah, they take care of the football. The one thing I've noticed when you talk about their quarterback, it seems like he's gotten better each week, and he manages the game well. And so for us, it's going to be important to can we get them to feel uncomfortable? Right now they look like they feel comfortable on film, and they just do what they do, and they got those steady drives where they just hack away at it. And so can defensively, can we get them out of their comfort zone, force them to do things that they might not necessarily want to do? And that's kind of our plan is, we got to put them in passing situations, and not saying that they can't throw it, but we all know that every team in the SMC wants to run it. And
right.
So if we can make them throw it, we might have a better chance of, them being unsuccessful. So.
Yeah. Talking about their passing game, they've passed it 27 times this year on their 5 games. That's 5 or 6 a game. That's not a lot. But when you look at how they throw it, they're very effective, because they're averaging about 17.5 yards per reception. So when they do throw it, they get a big chunk of yardage, don't they? So our corners and safeties are going to have to be on their toes.
Yeah, they utilize that running game in their passing game, and they do a lot of play action stuff, and we got to be careful at the safety position not to get sucked in, and so for us it's just been disciplined football for the last 2 weeks, getting ready for them, and just trying to make sure our kids understand, we've got 8 guys up here for the run. You 3 guys got to be back there for the pass, and so it's just being disciplined, listening to your coaching, and not getting too excited to go make a tackle in the run game if you're a corner or safety for us this week.
Yeah.
So.
Coach, when you look at their defense, people don't talk much about their defense, but they've only given up double digits, I think, in 2 games when they lost to Asheville, and then they had that shootout with Smoky Mountain like we did. It was a 1-point game for them with the Mustangs, like we had a 1-point game. But ironically, they're led by 3 sophomores on defense. They got a big kid, Bryce Adams, a big 6'4" kid again that plays that outside linebacker spot. So they've got youth on defense, but they're obviously very disciplined on that side of the ball. So what do we have to do to try to exploit that? And to be careful, because I know we have people in Graham County who might be watching this, so you don't want to give them away any secrets here.
Yeah, the one thing that stood out to me with their defense is how well they tackle, and they play hard. They're well coached, but my biggest thing that I saw was their corners tackle well, their linebackers tackle well, their safety. I mean, just an overall good tackling team. So for us offensively, can we possibly run through some of those tackles, break some tackles, get some yards after contact? Because they're stingy on defense. They're a lot like us. Right. They play to stop the run, and they want to force you to throw it. And so that was the biggest thing that I noticed, is they just how well they tackle, not only in the box but like in open space. So it's going to be a good challenge for us this week, and I think our kids are excited to start SMC play. And you normally don't have to get them up for Robbinsville, because and I'm sure they don't have to get up for Swain. It's kind of an old rivalry that goes back a long time ago, and there's been some good football games played between us. So, but just trying to do what we do, not focus on them as much as focus on us.
Yeah. Coach, one thing they do that to me is kind of unusual. They don't kick extra points. They line up basically and go for two. They've like we said, they've scored 20 touchdowns this year, 18 on the ground, 2 in the air. Cutler Adams has run for 10 of those 2-point conversions. So that's something that you've got to be aware of and practice for too, because I think they tried to kick 3 or 4 field goals, haven't hit one, but they just don't kick it. They line up, go for 2 every time.
Yeah, that's something that I've noticed, and you kind of prepare for that, offensively and defensively. But the biggest thing in the game plan prep for me is if we score first, do we go for 2 or do we kick a field goal? And so that's what I look at.
Yeah.
And I think in all the films we've watched on them, every time they've scored, the first time they've went for 2. And they try to get up, get that 8-point score instead of 7. So for me, it would be the strategy of, well, do we kick a field goal like we've normally been, or do we try to go for 2 and make it 8-0, or make it 8-8, or stay even? That's something that in the game plan you just got to look at. But they don't want to kick field goals, and I always go back. If you go for 2 and you get it half the time, it's like kicking field goals. So that's my strategy in that. Some people they don't agree with that, or they're like you always need to kick it, and I'm like, well, if you score 4 times and you go for it for 4 times and you only get it twice, you still kicked 4 field goals basically. But they try to get 8 instead of 7, and so we'll have to be very aware of that. And the good thing is that gives us an opportunity. It's easier to stop them on a 2-point conversion than it is to block a PAT, in my opinion. So it gives us an advantage possibly, defensively, to hone in and not give them 2 points and maybe stay ahead of them in the kicking game.
Yeah.
So.
Coach, we're going to be playing on Thursday night this week. How does that affect your preparation as you get ready for the Smoky Mountain Conference opener? Of course, it affects them too. They've got to come over here on Thursday instead of playing on Friday. So how does that change how you prepare for this ball game being one day early?
For us, coming off the off week, we kind of game planned a little bit last week for them, and so for us, our preparation is probably normal, I would say, right, to what we've had the last weeks playing on Friday. But you just you kind of got to take care of your guys and make sure that they understand exactly what we're asking them to do. It's more of a mental day on Wednesday now instead of a physical day. Normally we Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we get after it, and we pop and tackle and everything like that. But for this week, we'll probably come off of them a little bit and practice on Wednesday, and it'll be more of a walkthrough, but we'll still have our pads on because we'll have to do some special team stuff. But kind of business as usual. Making sure our kids understand the game plan and what we want them to do and just execute. Yeah.
Good thing is we're playing at home. We're not on the road for this conference opener, and that's got to be worth something, because our Maroon Devil fans have really shown up in great numbers for every home game we've had this year. So, wow, it's good. It's good to take on these Black Knights here at home, isn't it?
Yeah, anytime you can play at home, I'll take it. I told somebody a couple weeks ago we're trying to find a game for next year, and they said, do you want to play at home or would you go on the road? And I said, I'd like to play all of them at home. But anyways, playing at home is good for us. We've had real good support with our fans here in Swain County. That the community, they come out. Yeah. They love to support Maroon Devil athletics, and we're just glad that we're putting a product on the field that they want to come see. And that's what I tell our kids. Every time we step on the field, we want to make our county proud, and that's something that we got to take to heart. And I tell them all the time. There's a lot of people that's wore that maroon helmet, and we're playing for them, and not only for ourselves and our team now. We're playing for the ones that wore it before us, and so glad to be at home in the conference opener. expect a big crowd. Even though we're playing on Thursday, it'll be packed. Robbinsville, they'll travel well. Our people, they come out every time the lights are on. So excited about the opportunity to get to play and, see what our kids got.
All right. Fans, we're all proud of our Maroon Devil football team. As you know, it's Hall of Fame night. We're going to be very proud to see those Hall of Fame inductees. They're going to be recognized at halftime of this game, and, of course, with a special ceremony to follow on Friday night as we're playing football on Thursday. And then, of course, we'll have the Hall of Fame ceremony on Friday night. So a lot of good things going on with Maroon Devil football. It's always good to talk with Coach Sherman Holt right here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back on the Maroon Devils Network, as it's always great to talk with head coach Sherman Holt. Now we get to talk with one of his guys that go out there and get the work done on Friday night. We're talking about Cole Weichel here. Cole, tell us what position you play out there on Friday nights. I know a lot of our fans know, but tell us what you do on Friday nights.
Well, I'm an outside linebacker for the Maroon Devils, and really I'm just there to keep the outside contained and make sure nothing gets around me and hit people as hard as I can.
Yeah. Well, you do a great job because we've called your number and your name a whole lot on Friday nights. When the offense comes up to the line of scrimmage, what are some things that maybe you look for to try to get ready for that particular play?
Well, I like to look at the guards and the tackles and see if their hands real heavy in the ground or if they're ready to pull, ready to go pass block, and I really read the quarterback.
Yeah. The
quarterback and where the running back sits.
Yeah. Now we're getting ready for Robbinsville on Friday night, and as you know, they run the ball. They run it pretty much all night long. What makes your job tough in trying to stop Robbinsville and Cutler Adams and their offense? What are you really going to have to do well when we play this Thursday night?
Well, I'm going to have to keep the outside to my side to keep everything in, especially Cutler. He's fast and he runs hard.
Yeah.
So I'll have to keep him inside and let my bigger guys take care of him.
All right. Now, do you guys rely on each other? I know sometimes your lineup kind of behind the defensive end. Do you rely on them to maybe turn things outside or turn things inside, or do you really watch the defensive end much when you're playing your outside linebacker?
I really just worry about my 111th. I know my person next to me will do his 111th, and it's whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Well, you guys, the linebackers have been playing really well. The defense has been playing really good football this year for the Maroon Devils. So it looks like you guys take a lot of pride in playing physical and getting a lot of people around the ball. Is that something you really focus on?
In practice, we focus on physicality a whole lot, and I think that's what's really helped us on defense. And the biggest part of all that really comes from physicality and being tough.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Weichel joining us here on the Maroon Devil Network. Cole, good luck. As we mentioned, we play on Thursday. Is that going to make any difference, or does it matter what night you play on?
It don't matter what night, any day.
All right. That's exactly what we thought. Our Maroon Devils are going to be here Thursday night as we take on Robbinsville to open up Smoky Mountain Conference play right here on the Maroon Devils Network. Live from Swain County Memorial Stadium in Boyce Dietz Field here on the campus of Swain County High School in beautiful Bryson City, North Carolina. This is Maroon Devil football live on the Maroon Devils Network as we get ready to kick off Smoky Mountain Conference play with the Robbinsville Black Knights. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Ayers, along with the coach, Rod White, here as we look down on the field. Coach, thank goodness we're at that time of the year. The sun is over there behind the trees and behind Hazel Creek over there, if you will, one of your old favorite places. And we look down there and we see these guys warming up, and this is going to be a battle.
Yeah, the temperature's changed. Everything, the whole dynamics changed. We're in the conference play now, full blown, and so. Yeah, you're playing folks you know, and there's not a whole lot of guesswork's going to happen tonight, Gary. It's just going to be who can outpower who. It's what it's going to boil down to.
Oh, no question about it. Coach Sherman Holt said the same thing. As much if some of you missed our conversation with him, he said, yeah, a lot of these guys know a lot of their guys, and they know a lot of our guys, and there are no surprises. But now he did kind of wink a little bit. He said, we might have a surprise or two on offense tonight. So he said, basically, that's all I'm going to say. So, and a game like this, you need that.
Yeah, and I went up there to speak to him about some stuff this past week, and yeah, I'm not going to say a whole lot right now. The mere fact that Coach Holt and Coach Cook realized, when you play somebody as tough as we did in the last go-around, the last ball game, and they show you your weaknesses. Good football teams show you where you're not good enough yet, and Coach Holt and Coach Cook and all the rest of the staff, they're smart enough to say, well, this is what we got to work on then. And they took those things and they began to work on those things, handling the ball a little different, trying to time things just a little bit different, and I think it's going to look a little different tonight.
I think you're right. It's funny you mentioned Dade County, our last game out before the open date. I was coming up, I can't remember the name of the interstate now, from Birmingham, and I came up like around Chattanooga, and you go right through Dade County. I'm like, doggone, I know these people, and they obviously had a good football team, but this Robbinsville Black Knight is a very good football team. They had a 1-point game with Smoky Mountain just like we did. They came out on the winning end of that one. 28-27 was the final score in that ball game as they beat Smoky Mountain. Their other games this year, their last game out, they beat Allegheny 40-7. No contest there. They won over Mountain Heritage 28-6. They beat Brevard pretty easy, 32-7. Their only loss was the first game this season, and that was kind of a revenge game because you remember last year Robbinsville beat Asheville. Well, Asheville kind of turned the table on them and beat Robbinsville 26-14 the first game out. But since then, they're 4-0.
Oh yeah, they're 4-0. They're playing typical Robbinsville football. Those young men over there, those players, they're just like our players. They're tough. They're mountain boys. We know some of the kids. You and I both do. We've been discussing them. They're good young men. They work hard just like our young men do. So, it is what it is. And there's just a lake between us and them. Basically, that's it. And you go down there, and once you crossing down the Halo River, it's the same people.
You're exactly right. And, looking back over the years, D. Walsh, of course, played at Robbinsville, now is back there coaching. And if anybody knows how to defend the veer, now I know this year our offense is somewhat different, but there are still some veer principles in there, if you will. D. Walsh and his guys, they've had success over the years trying to stop some type of veer offense.
Yeah, they learned over the years that you can't stay one-dimensional. And as a coach, if another team, a good offensive team, catches you, when I say one-dimensional, is you do it the same way every time, then you're going to have some trouble because option teams will pick on the mere fact of the way you coached your kids, the way you told this player to react a certain way when he sees a particular block taking place in front of him, or he sees the quarterback and the running back hooking up, what he's supposed to do. Once they realize how you've coached them, and that's why it's no saying Jim Fox, it may hurt to begin with. It's like putting iodine on a wound, but in a little while, I'm going to heal you. That's the way he would do it. And he would watch, and they watched many different veer football teams. I mean, at one time, everybody in the Smoky Mountain Conference had some form of veer in their game. And as the years went on, some of them got away from it. And like all things in football, what goes around comes around. The veer's coming back. It looks different. It's being run out of the gun. It's being run with one back there, and your pitch back is actually a wide receiver. And Robbinsville does some of that. He's a wing back. And so it's the same principles, but it just people have learned how to make it look different.
Oh, no doubt about it. We want to give a plug over there to all the guys over there selling kettle corn. They're over there behind or next to the visitor concession stand on the visitor side of the field. Daniel, a great guy from K&B Meat Processing. All you folks know the K&B people. Well, they are helping raise money for Swain Athletics, and they've got a big sign over there that says kettle corn, and he brought us some up here, and it is delicious. Now, Daniel is donating some time and some effort and some money, but he's also in conjunction with the West Swain Fire Department, and they're donating every penny they raise tonight to Swain Athletics. So we hope a lot of people will buy kettle corn.
If anybody knows Daniel, they know what kind of football fan he is and athletics fan. He lives to support what goes on at this school. He went to school here. Man, he's a go-getter. Everybody knows he's a worker.
Yep.
If you've never eaten any of the hog meat that he can cook, it'll blow you away. But all you have to do is hang around Daniel a little while and realize he is Maroon Devil through and through. But I wish you hadn't said anything about that kettle corn, because my wife now knows I've got a bag up here as big as my leg that Daniel brought us, and so I can't. I was going to eat it all, but I can't now.
Hey, we've done let the cat out of that
I'm
kettle
in trouble
corn bag.
now. Yeah.
Man, stay tuned. We are going to come back and talk more about the Robbinsville Black Knights and this big showdown with our homestanding Maroon Devils when we come back after this timeout.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of these things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back as we're getting ready for our national anthem presented by the award-winning Swain High Marching Band. We're going to be having a moment of silence followed by the prayer, so let's listen in. Thank you.
They cheered their football team on to the state championship and ended up finishing fourth themselves out of 21 teams at the North Carolina High School Athletic Association State Cheerleading Championship. This team was a team that many times demonstrated their care for those around them by working hard in their school and community. But more than that, they were a team that truly cared for each other. Kendra Curtis was an integral part of this team. Kendra was a leader who continually demonstrated the importance of hard work and dedication. But more than that, it was Kendra's spirit that we, her teammates, remember. Her enthusiasm for life, that laugh which made you join in always, that bubbly personality which had you wondering what she was up to. These were all a part of the Kendra we knew. But even with those things, there was the love that she gave to all of us that we will remember most about Kendra. Kendra, the team loves you and knows that a little something wonderful has left us, taking a piece of our heart. made our lives a little better by having the opportunity to know and the experience of sharing life with you. You're truly one of the best humans that we have ever known, and you will truly be missed. In 2011, the varsity cheerleading squad asked us to take this moment of silence together and remember Kendra's family and your thoughts and prayers. And now, a moment of silence. At this time, everybody standing, please join Ayana Cornita, a senior at Swain County High School, in a moment of prayer. At this time, we'd like to pay tribute to this great nation of ours with the playing of our national anthem. Please remain standing and move all anywhere. And all talking and other distractions cease as the award-winning Marching Room Devil Band plays our national anthem.
Fans, welcome back. Coming up tonight, it's a special night. Not only is Robbinsville Swain is always special, coach, as we know, anytime these two teams get together and get on the headgear and the shoulder pads. But we're going to be recognizing our 2022, our 20th annual induction ceremony. It's hard to believe there's been 20 years of this going on. But we're going to be recognizing these great people who you know very well. Dr. James Cosby, our patron, outstanding superintendent, not only from Swain County, but in other schools in North Carolina. Mitchell Green, who was a part of that 2004 undefeated state championship team, of course, that you ran. Played running back most of his life, but became an offensive lineman as a senior. I saw Mitchell down there, and he's ready to go. He even kind of had some stuff on his hair, and he looked real sharp, you know.
He told me, I said, how you doing? Congratulations. He said, I'm nervous. He said, it's something about, he said, I used to be nervous as a player, coach, but I said, yeah, well, you were intense, but I said, I don't remember you ever being nervous. He said, I'm nervous now.
And, of course, another outstanding athlete and coach. We're talking about Sam Patilla, who has done so much for the Swain County school system. And he is the only person, and this is an interesting twist, in Swain County school history to have won a state championship in football at Swain High as a player and also as a head coach. And that's some pretty rare.
Yeah, that's almost unheard of. Of course, you got Coach Walsh.
D. Walsh.
He's in that group, and there's just not many. There's not many that have played someplace. Now the coaches have played in another, their high school and then went somewhere and won. Just like Coach Dietz did. but never
And
has it been. It's never been one of those things where they played and then they go back to their alma mater and end up being state champions. That's very rare.
It's very rare. Another guy, as a matter of fact, I saw earlier tonight, Gary Reese. I tell you what, this is a good way to put it. Toby Burrell knows how to write this stuff up. Although small in stature, Gary Reese was a giant on the field, playing both offensive and defensive lines, both ways.
Yeah, well, in 1979, he was on the staff when I was first hired by another, when we'll talk about in a minute, who was the superintendent of schools, and of course, Coach Dietz. But when Gary, I got to know Gary, I'd never met Gary up until that time, till the first day I came to practice here, the first meeting we had, I learned then that he had been an offensive and defensive lineman. I said, "There's no way. You had to be a running back, or something. You're too slow."
Yeah.
And so from then on, it was a running joke. He said I was too slow to be a linebacker, and I said you're too little to be a lineman. So there.
And also, we're going to be recognizing another outstanding team, the 2011 football team. They were state 1AA champions. They beat Aiden Grifton down, I believe it was at Wake Forest, 20-14. And what a great team that was.
Yeah, we were talking about Daniel earlier. Daniel, his grandfather, and I were sitting in the stands watching that game. Yeah, we traveled down to watch the game. Coach Jenkins and I went down there to watch the game, and Coach Jenkins was still on this staff at that time, but I went down there because I wanted to just see how it's going to turn out, and darned if I didn't end up sitting with Daniel and his grandfather down there, Floyd King, and watching the whole ball game right there in the stands.
I tell you what, that was a special trip, and I tell you, that was a heck of a ball game. I mean, Aiden Grifton.
Yeah, it went back and forth there. Yeah,
it did, and that team finished with a school record 15 wins with a 15-1 overall record, and wow, every year it just seems like, Coach, and I've said this before, that boy, we just can't get any better in this class, and then the next year here comes another great class. It's just unbelievable.
It is, and it's wonderful that. We kind of lit a fire under other folks, I believe, when this was a dream of a lot of different people here in Swain County about having a Hall of Fame. And then it got kicked off a little bit and got things put together, and this whole induction process takes place. And so, it's other communities around this part of the country have come to learn how we started this whole thing here, and now they're doing the same things at their places.
And talking about that, a member of that very first class, a former Swain High coach, Coach Carroll Wright, is here in Swain County tonight. We're going to be he's here watching the game. He's here with a lot of his players from the 1960s when he was the coach, and we're going to be recognizing him at halftime. I'm not sure if he knows that yet. It's kind of a surprise, but there was a get together with Coach Wright. And there were about 20 of his players, Coach, and from the 1960s, and that was just amazing. We thought that that many people came from sometimes several miles to honor Coach Carroll Wright.
Oh yeah, and I didn't know Coach Wright until I got into coaching. I'd heard his name, bannered around in the coaching areas until he was at Pisgah, and I was working here for Coach Dietz, and we played against him, and that was the first time I'd ever got to know Coach Wright. But then every year after that, the coaching clinics and everything, he would we would get together and talk a little bit of football, but mostly he would want to know about folks in Swain County. That's what he was wanting to try to find out.
One of the funny stories they told at the gathering tonight, and this is kind of part of his legend, he got out of coaching for 1 year and was working for his dad down at Carolina Building Supply. And some folks came up from West Henderson and offering him a job. And he said, their facilities were bad. The field house was bad. The facilities were bad. And they had some bad teams. But I'd had enough of this building supply business after 1 year. So he took the job and got back into coaching and turned them into a winner.
Yeah, he told me that tale. and I was like, I don't blame you. That working down there, that's hard work. Loading and unloading lumber, that's tough. Yeah,
concrete blocks, he said.
Bags of concrete mix, yeah.
It's but he did say that when he was doing that when he was a kid, he really thought that helped build him up because he was a great football player.
Yeah, and just getting to know Coach Wright over the years and listen to him talk, and and bantering back and forth with him, and we poked fun at each other about different things about what we were doing, but you knew deep down that his heart was still here in Swain County. He still was a Maroon Devil through and through.
Oh, no question about it. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the Robbinsville High School Black Knights. We haven't said much about them, but they stop and start with a guy who wears number 4. We're going to see a lot of him tonight. Cutler Adams is one of the best athletes, not only as a running back and as a linebacker, but one of the best players in the mountains.
He's not only a great player. I got to know this young man back during the summer, and I'm telling you, just spending a day with him and his family, you understand what makes his makeup. There's no quit in this young man, and he's very humble. He's very respectful. He's just a great mountain young man, like our kids, and we got the same kind of kids. That's what I was talking about earlier. He is just it was good to get to know him. You don't get a chance to do that very often.
Right.
You meet young men from other places, but Coach Jenkins and I went and had a meal with he and his family way up on Snowbird Creek, and we spent the afternoon up there with him, or most of the day, and he's just a great young man. And he was full of questions, not about our team now, but how we used to do things. You know, he really was, and because he had heard a lot of stuff from his dad and from his uncle and from his grandfather about some of the great games that we had with Robbinsville over the years. And so, you know, he said, I'm just curious about how y'all approached all that, you know.
Well, I know, for one thing, Cutler is a weight room fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
The man puts his time in.
Well, he runs track. He's just an all-around athlete, and they're going to stick him back here deep. And if he catches, it's just you got to be able to tone your team to take care of a player like that. And it's hard. It's not you can't simulate his speed at practice.
You're right.
Really can't. So all you can do is prepare it, talk about it, try to talk about angles and pursuit angles, and getting after his butt. That's the only way we're going to get him to slow down.
And as Coach Sherman Holt said, you know, we've got to make sure we pursue him to the sideline. We can't let him cut upfield. And when we tackle him, we've got to tackle him. We just can't do this arm tackle.
No.
We've got to wrap him up.
No, you got to put a body on a body with this young man. And we're very capable of doing that, and that's what we're fixing to see right here.
Brendan Lanning going to kick off. Our Maroon Devils will get the defensive side of the ball first, as Robbinsville will be returning the kick. And they're going to bring it back out across the 30, 35. Good return over here. And on the return, it looks like it's going to be Cooper Adams.
Cooper Adams.
Yeah, he's
Sophomore.
another one of those Adams.
Yeah,
now, is that his brother?
I'm not sure what their relationship is.
And they've got another Adams, Bryce Adams, who's a big, tall 6'4" linebacker who is their leading tackler. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah, now this quarterback of theirs, he's a junior. He's tall.
6'4".
Yeah, and Adams is at the eye and the tailback in the eye. They run the counter play, and there he is trying to get to the boundary, and we got to him.
Good tackle.
Yeah,
Good tackle.
Great tackle
over
by
there.
Collins. Yeah, great pursuit angle by Collins. He did not let him beat him outside. He just played him right down the line of scrimmage. The worst thing you want to do is try to go get that young man back there in the backfield. You got to let him come to you.
Yeah, and we saw Adams try to stiff arm him.
Yeah.
And he just kind of reached under that stiff
right.
arm and got a hold of his jersey.
You ain't got to bust him up. All you got to do is get him. Now, this formation right here, we're looking at, this is one of their favorite motion option looks. Going to try to throw it here into the flat.
Oh, ball is going to be hanging up, and it's going to be incomplete because the quarterback was hit in the backfield there, Coach. Looks like Blake Sane and the boys were after him.
Yeah, they're doing different things with Blake this week. You're going to see him down at the line of scrimmage. You're in the four-man front. Then you'll see him back up to linebacker. They're moving him around quite a bit.
And big LD Luquire was in there, and I tell you, his motor runs pretty high all night.
Yeah, and they're playing kind of a double nose man look with Blake. Here we go with the four-man front again. This is what I was talking about.
You're right. Blake's in there, too.
Yeah. Now we're going to look at the sprint out pass game, keep him contained.
And it's going to be complete, very close to a first down at the 48-yard line out there. That is Brock Adams. They got a bunch of Adams. They got Brock Adams, Cutler Adams, Bryce Adams, and Cooper Adams. They got 4 Adams on this team.
Yeah, we'll have a hard time. We'll have to can't call last names because we won't know who we're talking about.
But that's a big first down for Robbinsville. First one of the game tonight is as they do like to come out, and they're going to spread two wide to the left side with a wing over there, too.
Yeah, they like the wide side of the field. They're going to run the football here. Probably the option look. Yeah, right there on the dive.
And breaking the tackle, this time it's going to be Turner Jackson, their fullback. He's 5'10", 185-pounder with about 3 yards.
Yep. They're very formation-oriented. That's what Coach Holt has been kind of hanging his strategy on this week, and that's why he changed up some things, doing some different things with his front people. In a minute, you're going to see them all angled to the inside and try to take some inside gap plays away from them.
Here's Cutler back in the backfield. Maroon Devils showing blitz. Adams runs to the left side, just outside the left tackle, and he almost got another first down. You can see him kind of hit the ground. He thought he had that one busted.
Yeah, it's going to be close. It's 3rd and about 1.
So 3rd down and 1. Adams again comes into this game averaging, this is hard to believe, Coach, a first down, 9.9 yards per carry this year.
It's phenomenal. He's got great vision. He's got great feet. We just got to keep him contained. Just don't let him get loose, man. That's a killer. Now they're going to split him out. Now this is what he's out there at the wing. They like the option out of this look. They run the quarterback sneak for the first down.
He's going to get the first down. And talking about some of Adams' stats, he's carried 103 times for 1,017 yards. Most running backs are happy to get 1,000 in a season. He already has over 1,000, and he's carried 103 times, Coach. Not one single fumble.
No, it's the discipline of that young man. He's just a great football player, and we have to tone that down. We've got to keep him under control.
So now it's going to bring up first down Robbinsville just inside the 39-yard line. 9:20 to play first quarter, no score.
Isolation weak side.
Here comes Adams. And a good tackle from behind over there by Grady Lewis, our defensive tackle.
Yeah, they're moving the defensive linemen around up there. Coach Holt's got 2 or 3 different schemes that he's playing up front. He's not going to sit there and let Robbinsville tee off on us. Robbinsville comes off the ball real well, and worst thing you can do is sit there and try to catch them. You got to be on the move. You got to be taking one angle or another away from those offensive linemen.
Now they're going to split 2 out to the left side, and Adams is going to be over there on the wing.
It's option formation again. There it is. He's going to keep it. Quarterback keeps it.
Oh, got some room on the left side. First down and then some. He's finally caught over there by, looks like one of our linebackers, and corner came up with the hit over there on the Robbinsville side of the field. That's, I believe that's Lucas Sutton.
Yeah, that's their favorite option formation is put, and then they'll drop Adams back as a pitch man when that quarterback's kept it a time or two like that. Then he blocked on that particular one. That's a quarterback run option all the way. But now they're going to go out of the eye this time.
Yeah, they like to mix things up. This time the quarterback is going to be under center. Talking about their quarterback, Donovan Carpenter.
Counter double. Great play from the outside. Great call by Coach Holt, too. Yep. And great play. Coach Holt understands that when they get that formation right there, and if you're going to see it, he's already coached his players this week. That's the counter look. That's where they're going to pull the guard and the tackle from the other side and try to get to Adams out there in that grass by himself.
Gabe Lillard came up from his strong safety spot and helped on that tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, they kind of designed it that way and then try to take it back. Now they're back to their option formation look.
Yep, wide,
we'll see
2
what
on the
they
wide
do with
side.
Adams to the wide side. Now he's the pitch back. Quarterback kept it.
Here comes the quarterback, and he carries to the 20. It's going to be short of the first down, and now, Coach, we're going to be looking at 3rd down and about 5 or 6.
Yeah, and there again, if we can find a way to force them into a 4th down situation here, I don't know their kicker situation.
They're 0 for 4 on field goals.
Yeah.
They don't. Matter of fact, this is a strange thing. They don't kick extra points. They go for 2 every time.
Well, in the past, I knew that they had done that, but
they go for 2.
Yeah.
They haven't kicked a single extra point. They've tried 4 field goals.
All right, getting the wing tee look right here. He's up in front of that fullback a little bit. That's the counter look, and there it
Adams.
is.
And Adams gets the first down inside the 15-yard line. That is a big first down because now they're inside the red zone.
Yeah, that's the buck counter right there where and you really just have to look at their alignment. They love to get him over the top of that fullback fake. Now they'll come back and run the fullback trap out of the same look. It's the same Murphy stuff.
So now 1st down and 10, Robbinsville, 7 minutes to play. They've already had it the entire first quarter. This is the opening drive offensively for either team.
Same formation.
Carpenter under
There's
center.
the same play,
Same
running
play.
that counter.
There's Adams again over on the left side. A lot of traffic over there before he's tripped up on the play.
Yeah.
And a good tackle over there. Again, over there is going to be Grady Lewis coming up to nail him from behind. One guy we had a good talk with this week, Coach Cole Weichel, one of our outside linebackers, number 28, 18 tackles on the year. He is just a lot of fun to talk to, and he loves playing football.
Yeah, I got to do a little bit. Got to do a few things with him at practice and kind of work with him on some stuff, especially tackling.
Here's Adams, and he's going to be upended down there at the 3-yard line. And that's a good open field tackle down there. Heads up tackle by Reese Winchester, also our quarterback, of course.
Yeah, he playing a strong safety, free safety combination back there. Anytime you add more to the line of scrimmage, you got to do something with those safeties. We've been playing 2 high safeties most of the season, but Coach Holtz decided that the best thing for him to do with his personnel is to drop one safety down and play the other safety deep.
Now it's first down and goal from about the 2.5-yard line. Full house backfield. Now the tight end switches left. 3 backs behind the quarterback.
There's the Wolf look there.
Hands out to Carpenter. He's in. No trouble at all on the first series. And, Coach, that's just a prototypical drive. They had the football, over 6 minutes.
Yeah, and one completed pass play, I believe, in it, and the rest of it just running the football and grinding it out. And we've got to find a way to take that away from them.
No doubt. Coming in, Robbinsville averaging 59 yards a game passing. They've only passed it 27 times. They throw it about 5 times a game, and here they go, lining up for 2. Now, Cutler Adams has run in 10 two-point conversions this year. He's the guy.
They run out of a power eye. Now they're going to trade it over, something they learned from us many years ago.
And here
run
he goes.
Isolation to the weak side.
Left side. He's in for 2.
Yeah.
That is his 11th successful two-point conversion, so they've really got that down pat.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that if you're real suspect of your kicking situation, then you do that, and it puts other offenses in a bind when they score. Because to match it up, you got to go for 2, and you better have your 2-point plays. And if you can stop it, they're 2-point plays if you're successful at it. But the secret to stopping Robbinsville at this point in time is to get this football and sustain a drive just like they did on us, and then keep put, even if we have to trade with them for a little while, and then try to find a way to change field position on them and change possessions on them. That's the big thing.
That's it. You got to match the score.
Yeah, you got to outpossess them. You got to have more possessions than they do.
Here's Xander Wachacha. He's going to be kicking off, and they kind of do a squib kick kind of thing. They're, like I say,
not real sure where it's going to go.
Yep, they kick it high
Offsides.
and short, and they're offside. They'll come back 5 yards deeper and try it again. But another good crowd on hand. Good Robbinsville crowd is over here. It's just a perfect night for football.
It is cooling down. The sun's gone down now, and it's a pretty night.
It's a great night. Of course, don't forget now, next week we're going to be on the road at Andrews. These are 2 tough games back-to-back. Robbinsville tonight at Andrews next Friday. And wow, 2 good football teams.
Yep, 2 of the best in the conference right now, and we're trying to match up with them.
That's it.
And that's how we find out how good we are.
Now it's going to be Wachacha. He'll try to squib kick it over there to the left side again, and it's going to be taken by an up man, and bringing it back is going to be Josiah Glaspie.
Yep.
And he's a good return man. Down the right side, got some room. Down to the 40, still in traffic, all the way down inside the 35-yard line. What a great return for Glaspie on the Maroon Devils.
Joe's dangerous now. I'm telling you, he keeps his feet moving. He's becoming a better player every week. He's becoming a threat. You know, we used him a lot in the early part of the season as a running back threat and a pass threat. But these special teams, he's earning his keep that way too.
He really has. Josiah on the season, 19 carries, 123 yards. And that was a really good kick return that Robbinsville is going to have to work on with their, again, not an outstanding kicking game for the Black Knights. First down and 10 now at the 34. Maroon Devils trying to show some different looks. Here comes Collins to the right side. Not much on first down. Second down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, the defensive lineman did a good job of reading our blocking scheme and closing down the line of scrimmage. Didn't get any penetration, caught us from behind.
And they have good size, Coach. They have 5 guys who are 270 pounds or bigger. So they've got plenty of size, and 2 of those guys are on the D line right now.
Yeah, they're loaded up front. There's no doubt.
One of them is number 72, Titan Tisateski, 6 foot, 170-pound senior. They've got some guys up there like Carlos Lopez, 6 foot, 240-pounder at a defensive end. And here comes a misdirection handoff. It's going to be Glaspie, but he's stuck in the backfield. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was going to be one of our kind of breakaway plays right there, and it just didn't work out.
Robbinsville with they basically played their gaps. They didn't watch the candy in the backfield. They stayed at home, and that's what stopped that play.
Yeah, they split the middle of their front a lot, and that gives them an opportunity for their inside linebackers to be able to get over the top. Now, Coach Cook worked on some stuff this week to try to take advantage of that, and you'll see what I'm talking about when they line up.
Now we're going to bring one wide receiver to the right side, two on the wide side of the field over here to the left. Got a couple of backs in there right beside Winchester in the backfield. Third down. Fires it out here. It's going to be caught, kind of juggled, but caught. Getting back to the line of scrimmage, though, for a short gain. And it's going to be Austin Jenkins.
Yeah, he kind of bobbled it and didn't get a chance to get upfield with it right away. And but we were trying to get blockers out in front of him there to let him find a seam to get upfield immediately as soon as he caught that football.
Talking about some of the defenders for Robbinsville on the other side of the ball. Bryce Adams, the 6'4 sophomore, is their leading tackler, followed by Quinn Jumper, number 12, and number 15, Roman Jones. Their top three tacklers are all sophomores.
Yeah.
So they got some young folks over there.
Yeah, they got them right there in the middle.
Yeah. They really get after the football. Robbinsville has played good defense all year, only giving up double-digit scores in 2 games.
Yeah.
Reese back to throw. Has plenty of time. Airs it out, right side, up for grabs, and it's going to be
a lot
contact.
of pushing and shoving. There we go.
Yep. That's going to be against Cutler Adams.
Yep.
Defensive pass interference down there on Josh Collins out of the backfield.
Yeah, he was. He's an outside linebacker, and when Josh peeled out of there, he was trying to run with him, and he was running with him, but it got into a shoving match out there, and I believe Adams he took the bottom end of that deal.
Now, I might have called that wrong. It might be number 9, Carson Lovin over there. Carson Lovin, number 9. He was over there in that territory. So,
well, I think
Adams.
Adams picked up Collins coming out of the backfield, and that's how because he was covering him man. He had him in man coverage.
So it's a big penalty, and they still haven't marked this one off yet. Let's see where they're going to spot the ball. It is going to be a first down at the 19-yard line of Robbinsville. And that's a big first down, Coach.
It is.
We needed that one because we were kind of struggling moving the ball. This time, Glaspie flips over to the right side along with Bogdanovich. And here comes Glaspie in motion. They're going to hand off to Collins, but he runs into a lot of traffic in a hurry.
Right in the middle of it. Well, we had a guard pull in there, and he got tripped up. He couldn't get his feet over the top of the center. And I think what they're doing now, they're going to switch out to the offensive guard right here, right now, to try to get a different look up front.
Talking about the big guy over there for Robbinsville, Tisateski, number 72, on the tackle that time. So now Maroon Devils looking at second down, about 2:41 to play. First quarter, Robbinsville leading right now 8-0. Maroon Devils, though, right now at the red zone. 5-man front.
Counter again.
Here comes this time. It's going to be Gabe Lillard on the carry. Ball is out. I think the Maroon Devils have it, but I'm not sure at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I believe they signaled that we did get on top of it.
Yeah, that was looks like Ashton Ball, I believe, number 58, who might have jumped on that football. So, boy, that's
we need to find a way to shove this thing upfield right here now. Even if we don't get a first down on this next play, find us a 2-play combination, gets us that first down.
And boy, we've got to hang on to the football. Those fumbles have been biting us at times this year. Robbinsville has fumbled 3 times and lost 3. So we have fumbled 13 times and lost 7. And we got to obviously cut down on those. And now we're going to have a timeout by the Maroon Devils. They want to talk it over, and we'll take a break and we'll come back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, welcome back. Maroon Devils here with a big third down. We need about 16 yards from our 25-yard line. Got to get it down inside the 10.
We're going to see a blitz right here, I'm pretty sure. From out, out, the inside backer goes outside.
Reese running for his life, running, throwing for the end zone, throwing it up. It's up for grabs and double coverage. It's tipped around, and it falls to the ground. Boy, that was a dangerous pass play.
It was. But we still had an opportunity at the end after that ball getting tipped around and getting tipped to us. I'll take luck right now, Gary. Skill.
You said it.
Skill, you do what you can, but we need some breaks.
That Josh Collins was down there. Also down there was Aiden Southards, number 11. So we had 2 or 3 guys down there who might have had a shot.
Yeah.
Now it's going to bring up 4th down and still about 16 from the 25. We're going to go for it here in 4-down territory.
Yeah.
Now we got 3 wide.
Just got to try to find a way to get this first down.
We'll see if they bring that blitz. 4-man rush. And setting up the screen. Here's Glaspie. Cuts
Get back
inside.
That
15
baby.
down to
Now
the
get
10.
going. Now
Touchdown.
get going. That baby.
Touchdown.
There we go. That's the danger of him right there.
Because he was stopped at the 15-yard line.
When they worked on that play at practice this week, it looked just like that. Because when you put Collins out through here and he's a threat, he becomes a threat to their outside linebacker, and the other linebackers start dropping into wide coverage, you dump it right in the middle, and he can make that work, as you could see.
Well, that was a design screenplay, Coach.
Yeah.
And, again, he was hit at the 15 and stopped, but he spun around and got free.
Yeah, he's dangerous. I'm telling you, he's like pulling a knife.
And that
He'll cut you.
And that was an outstanding run by Josiah Glaspie. And now the Maroon Devils, of course, trying to match Robbinsville, lining up for 2. Reese hands off. It's going to be Josh Collins.
We're in there.
In the end zone, we got a tie ball game. Just like that. And, Coach, you called it a minute ago. Robbinsville held it for over 6 minutes. We held it for over 5 minutes here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and you see how much time's left right there, Gary. I mean, it's just you got to be able to match them right now. Then we got to try to find a way to change the number of possessions. You keep dueling back and forth. Somebody's got to get an advantage. Somebody's got to break out ahead of this thing. So over there right now, they're having to scratch their heads a little bit on the Robbinsville side. And we just got to find a way to stop Adams.
Yeah, and I tell you right now, Coach, the thing that keeps popping up in my mind that really will make a difference in this game is turnovers.
Yes, it is. And we anybody has been bit by that bug. And I've been on the side of the coaches that were like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about it? And I've talked about this before. Seemed like the bigger deal you made out of it, sometimes the worse it got.
That's it. That's it. Hang on to the ball.
Just hang on to the football.
Here we go. Brendan Lanning will kick it off again for the Maroon Devils. We're tied at 8-8. Here comes a good kick, going to be taken at the 17-yard line. Bringing it back is going to be Cutler Adams, their go-to guy. He runs right up into that scrum. And, man, he just kind of pushes the whole pile.
He does. He just runs up there. He's strong. He's powerful. He's long. He's fast. So,
He is. Yeah, Cutler Adams is 6'1", 190 pounds, and the bad thing is, Coach, he's only a junior, so we got to deal with him next year too.
Yeah, and we've got kids out here. We got players out here. I mean, they know who he is. They've been around enough, and so it's just going to be up to us to stop him.
That's it. Now he's going to be in the backfield, of course, his quarterback, Donovan Carpenter.
Wing T, look, he's up in front. Here's the counter alignment. This is where they're going to run the counter. Watch the 2 guards pull.
There
That's
they go.
it.
To the left side, Cutler Adams running right behind him. And coming up to cut him down for just a short gain is going to be number 33, Lucas Sutton, who's been busy tonight.
Yeah, and I refer to it as counter anymore because I use the term buck trap so many times I think people are tired of sick of hearing it. But it is. It's a basic wing T play. And so we'll just refer – you're going to fake to the fullback and give it to him. That's what they're going to come out here and get the same look now.
Same set.
His alignment's more even with the fullback, so he's going to be going over the top right there.
And this time,
going to be the fullback trap.
We had somebody move, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Got some false start.
Yeah, that's the fullback trap move when their alignment is staggered, when they're even back there.
And here's another great equalizer, Coach, and we saw it on our touchdown scoring drive, is the penalty flag. That pass interference saved our drive.
It sure did. It sure did, and like we said, if you throw it out there enough, those kind of things are going to happen. Good things and bad things are going to happen when you throw the football. But if you can run the football consistently and hang on to it and make the ground up, now they're going to run the full sweep.
Here they go to the left side, and good work over there trying to force that to the sideline. And again, let's see, as they all pile over there. That's Glaspie and Josh Collins.
Yeah, Glaspie and Collins over there to make that play, making it 3rd and about 3.
And Coach Holt, and I'm sure you guys talked about this and worked on it, he said, we can't let them cut up field. He said, when they run wide, we've got to force them to the sideline.
To the boundary, and that's the most important thing. Use that boundary, and anybody that ever played under while I was here, they knew that's your helper. That sideline is another defender.
Oh, no doubt. That's the end of the first quarter, fans. We're tied at 8-8. We'll be back here on the Maroon Devils Network. Coming up at halftime, we're going to be recognizing a lot of great Maroon Devils like Dr. Jim Cosby, Gary Reese, Sam Patilla, Mitchell Green, and the 2011 football team, and one of our current members, Coach Carol Wright, at halftime. That's a good bunch of folks, Coach.
All right, now we got the option look again. Yes, it is.
Third down.
There's the option. Quarterback keeping it this time.
Good penetration.
Yeah.
Man, now that's slamming them back.
Yeah. And right now, Robbinsville is a little upset because of what we did up front right there. Adams was trying to block the outside linebacker so the quarterback could get over the top. The way we moved the people down inside, and the quarterback assumed that he could get inside of the block, and he could.
Well, I tell you, big LD Luquire, big Leland in there, he plugged that hole.
Yeah, it's we're starting to do things that we need to do now.
Robbinsville is on the punt. Yeah, back deep is going to be Josh Collins, and again, Joshua Glaspie. Robbinsville punting. Of course, we're just underway in the second quarter. Fast first quarter. 2 time-consuming drives. High snap, but they pull it down. Here's the punt by Turner Jackson, and it's a fair catch at the 25.
Great job there by Collins, just making the decision. No need to try to take a chance of getting hit right if you caught it. Fair catch it and pull it down.
And, Coach, talking about those inductees for this year's Hall of Fame, you've got something in common with about all those guys.
With the 4 gentlemen that were inducted, like Jim Cosby was the superintendent who we went to his office, and I got hired in one day. And Coach Mitchell Green, of course, in 2004. Coach Sam Patillo, and he worked on part of my staff throughout the years. And then he took over this job after me. And then Gary Reese, my first year here, he was our offensive line coach.
I tell you. An outstanding group. Can't get any better. Back to throw is going to be Reese Winchester. Fires down the right sideline. Got a man.
That's an interference. Throw that flag. He drug his hands right across his face.
Yep.
He drug his hands right across his face.
That was Zeke Silvers, and the back judge back there was looking right at it.
I don't know how he missed that one because he literally drug his hands right down across his face mask and through his arms to keep him from catching it. He was beat. He did. He was beat.
Yeah, right at the last second, he put his arm up, and that really kind of got in the way of Nathan.
Yeah.
As he likes to call himself, and some people call him Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Bogdanovich. Got a wing on the left side. It's going to be Glaspie this time on 2nd and 10. Reese hands off. Josh Collins, kind of a counter play as well out to the 31-yard line.
Now, we kind of fooled him right there because we're using Glaspie as a kick-out blocker. He actually kicks out that last man on the line of scrimmage rather than getting the football, and then we give the ball to Collins back in behind him. It looks the same on the field when you're standing there looking at it, but it's just a matter of who's going to get that ball. Now it's 3rd down in about 4.
3rd down at 4 coming in now from the sideline. It's going to be Lucas Sutton. He's going to be in there.
You're going to see a way different look at offensive formation this time. When Lucas and Blake both come in, you're going to see a different look in the backfield. It's an old-school power eye like Robbinsville ran right down here to go into the end zone.
That's it. Don't see it much. Power I formation behind Reese. Here they come, trying to plug the gaps. Cutting it outside. It's going to be Collins. Got the first down.
Yep.
Good open field
There
tackle
we
by
go.
Robbinsville over there as Zeke Silvers comes up.
They worked on that this week about, okay, we're going to attack this gap right here. If it slams shut, that means somebody has left this outside open. Bounce it right over the top.
And that's what happened. They plugged that gap, and Josh just popped it outside for the first down.
Yeah, because the only way they can do it is bring an outside linebacker to the inside. And when they do that, that means they don't have any leverage people left outside.
So now first down, Maroon Devils. 10 minutes to play, second quarter. We're tied 8-8.
Going to stay with the power eye right here.
Basically a running formation. We toss. We're going to run to the right side.
Wow.
And this time running is going to be Kellen McCulloch. He hadn't carried much lately, but he's very capable.
Yeah, he is, and they worked on that particular play with him specifically this week about him being back there. He's got great feet if he can find him a place to go. Now we're going to sub back in, leave him in, and bring Gabe back in and Bo.
Kellen, 8 carries, 34 yards on the year before that carry, his 9th of the season. Coming out wide to the right side this time is going to be, it looks like Kellen over here.
Yeah.
Wide right. And no, that's going to be in motion. That's going to be Keontae
There's Kellen
Graham.
right there up the middle.
And just bucking it right up the middle. And those are tough yards out to the 40, about a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, that's kind of like a draw trap. It's just quarterback takes it and just opens up to him. You got everybody looking towards the wide side of the field, and quarterback hands it to him. We got a fold block going on in the middle there between the center and the guard.
Third down and 6 now for the Maroon Devil offense. 9 minutes to play. Here at Swain County High School, just a beautiful, looks like quarter moon up there in the sky. And folks, enjoy this weather because tomorrow night it may be a little different.
I hope not.
Yeah, if you watch
There's a blitz
the Weather
again
Channel.
from the
Here comes the
outside.
blitz. Reese trying to roll away from it. Throws it right to Cutler Adams. Cutler Adams intercepts it at the 35-yard line. And again, there's that turnover that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, stepped right in front of the receiver and picked it off.
He did.
So, me too. I thought they moved. I did think that the defensive lineman and the linebacker had crossed the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Because they were in the backfield really fast.
Yeah.
And Reese had to cut it loose, and unfortunately to a guy in a black and white jersey. First down and 10, Robbinsville now at the 34-yard line. Can we stop
And
Robbinsville?
I-backs, this is their power play, and there it is. Kick
Here comes
out.
Adams. He kicks
There
to
he
the
goes.
outside.
Boundary.
And
Keep running
Graham's-
with him. Keep running with him.
Oh,
Keep
he
running
breaks a
with him.
tackle, but wow, good job over there by Glaspie to force him to the sideline, but he had just enough room to get about 5 more.
Yeah, and you just got to keep forcing him towards that boundary. Just keep pushing him to the boundary.
So a good effort over there to get Adams over to the sideline. We almost had him out of bounds. Second down, though, an 8-yard pickup on first down, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Holt's going to stay with his 4-man front right here. And what he'll do is he'll bring the outside backer, bring Collins up.
Yeah, different set. One back behind Carpenter.
Yeah.
He gets the call, the
Straight
fullback.
ahead, fullback dive.
Boy, not much there, Coach.
Nope.
And whistle blew. They didn't get him down, but the whistle blew.
Yeah, his forward momentum was stopped short of the first down.
And what we know about some strange whistles, and I know Coach Holt has told his players, play till the whistle blows.
Yeah, you have to because you never know what's going to happen with officials in this conference.
You really don't. And you might think you're at a whistle, but you make sure that whistle blows before you stop that play.
Exactly.
So now this time, Robbinsville wide to the right side. It's going to be Carson Lovin.
All right, we're going to see a tilt right here.
They
There
have
you
people
go.
moving in the
Yeah,
backfield.
they did. And it should have been blown dead.
Yes.
Basically, that play should have never went through the line of scrimmage. Yeah, if the offense moves, then
that back, which is capable of moving, but not the way he moved toward the line of
you
scrimmage.
can't be moving forward. You can move laterally, but you can't move forward.
That's it. So that's illegal motion as opposed to a false start.
Right.
Little different penalty.
Right.
But now it's third down and about 6 at the 30-yard line. 7:03 to play.
Let's check the formation right here. That's going to tell us a lot.
Lovin this time, no, it's going to be Adams.
Out of the gun.
He's over in the slot.
They're either going to run the trap or he's going to sprint and throw it right into the flat there for a first down.
Yep.
Now, we got to get underneath that, and you've got to make him throw that over your head. And right now, that's what I'm sure that they're going they're going to tell the outside linebackers, make him throw that over your head, not in front of you, not behind you. Be in line to where he's got to get that, put the ball up in the air more.
Brock Adams on the reception, his 9th reception of the season. Brock coming into this game was their leading receiver, 8 catches for 100 yards. And also was a good defensive player with 23 tackles for the senior. Right now, Robbinsville 1st and 10 at hour 24.
All right, back to I-backs. We got 2 guards with light hands. 1 guard pulls, comes over the top. Great defensive play.
Oh, good
penetration.
Good
job right there.
There's
Blake. That was Blake Swain. And as soon as he saw that backside guard pull, he filled right in on his hip, and he was right there. And he didn't run across the line of scrimmage. He came right down the line of scrimmage to where Adams was.
He did. Good call there by Blake Swain. Blake has been a lot this year, the defensive play caller on defense.
Yep.
Setting up the defense. Now 2nd down, about 12 for Robbinsville after that loss. 4-man front again by the Maroon Devils. Got about 9 guys up there in the box. Here comes Adams,
Boom.
and he is
There you
hit.
go.
What a hit over there. There's a big stick by 33, Lucas Sutton again.
Yeah.
That's a good tackle.
Yeah, we're kind of getting after him right. We got to right now after turning the ball over with an interception. We've got to make sure and right now, if I'm Coach Holt, I'm thinking about the wide side of this field over here right now because they're going to try to use their speed to hurt us to the wide side of the field.
And this is a big 3rd down. Of course, they're going to go for it on 4th down if they don't get it. But big 3rd down play here as they're going to split. Looks like Brock Adams over there to the wide side along with Cutler Adams.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. This is what you got to be leery of by
Speed.
putting this back over the top, right there to the wide side of the field. Oh, we got a hold. He's going to let him catch that football.
Yep, he sure did.
No
Pass
flag
is going to be complete. No
they
flag down.
They tackled us way back here, literally tackled us.
Yep, tackled big LD Luke Wire.
Yeah, LD was after him, and he tackled him.
So no penalty flag. Now it's going to bring up 4th down and 9. They only got 2 or 3 yards on that short pass play over there to Brock Adams. So now this is the play for the Maroon Devil defense with 5 minutes to play before halftime.
Yeah, we need the ball back right here. We just need to stop them here. And there again, here's the wide side of the field. Robbinsville is notorious under coach under their coach to try a tendency to the wide side of the field.
Yeah.
There's your wing T. Look, he's up even with the fullback. That was going to be the counter play right there.
So they call timeout to be sure they have everything set up right. Big 4th down coming up when we return after this timeout on the Maroon Devils Network. Down and 9 for Robbinsville. Inside the Maroon Devil 23-yard line. Big play if our Maroon Devils can stop them here and get off the field. Pass over the middle going to be complete to Cutler Adams, the most dangerous guy on the field. He's down inside the 5 with a 1st down and goal to go. And this time just a simple pass play as he came out of that wing, coach, and got a little bit of daylight.
He was the late drag play. Yeah. They put 2 out here into areas to where we had to cover them, and they drug him late across the middle of the field. It's designed that way to get the ball in his hands.
So a big 1st down for Robbinsville now at the 3-yard line with 4:33 to play before halftime. It's hard to believe we're almost to halftime, and this is only the 3rd offensive series total.
Period. Yep.
Again, here comes the power I backfield behind Carpenter. He flips his tight end to the right side. Cutler Adams, the deep man. He's the go-to
power
guy.
Off tackle.
And there he goes. And this time he's going to pop it outside and race us and win that race to the end zone.
There's his speed. That's his speed. He just turns it up and gets those feet going. the wide side of the field is just one of those things that you can't set everything up that way, but you got to know if you got that people got that kind of speed. And Coach D. Walsh, he's always been a wide side.
Yeah.
My whole premise when I was coaching, take it away from him and make him bring the ball into the short side.
That's it. You've got to take it away from them. And
I mean, we just outnumbered. I mean, I literally, when you put 6 on one side and 5 on the other, we're just saying we're not going to let you get it to the wide side of the field.
And, of course, as we mentioned, they always line up and go for 2. They do not even try extra point kicks. Here's Adams again.
Same play to the weak side right there.
And Adams has now run in 12 two-point conversions this season, 2 of them here tonight with 4:27 to play. But, Coach, the good thing is we get the ball back with still time, and we, as you mentioned, we've got to answer them back.
Yeah, we got to right now because with 4.5 minutes, under 4.5 minutes left, it's all about momentum going in at halftime and being able to stay in the hunt now.
No doubt. And don't forget now, fans, Swain Athletics is going to get a real shot in the arm from Daniel Kluwer, the folks at K&B Meat Processing, and the West Swain Fire Department. They're all working together over there selling kettle corn tonight over near the visitor concession stand. And all the money goes to Swain Athletics. And we appreciate Daniel and all those good guys with West Swain Fire Department.
Yeah, they do a great job, and of course we've already talked about Daniel. Can't say enough about him. You really can't.
Yeah, he's good people.
Well, all his entire family.
They really are. They really are good folks, and they do a good job. Here comes the kick. Going to be again kind of a squib kick over toward the sideline. We get it, but we fall down at the 28-yard line. We caught it in the air, and trying to put the brakes on, we lost our footing.
Yeah, there's times that you don't know. A player doesn't know where that ball's going out of bounds, and he's not sure, and he tries to make that play over his shoulder, and he ends up losing his foot.
So, Coach, as you know, I think just about every high school team in the mountains playing tonight because we're expecting a lot of rain tomorrow night. So, so everybody gets an extra day to get ready, I guess, for next week.
Yeah, I had to keep reminding myself it was tonight all day long. I was like, man, okay, I've got to get ready for this.
And our Hall of Fame induction tomorrow night instead of tonight. So we just flipped the nights here. Back to throw. Reese Fires got a slant pattern, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Graham over there at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, just out of reach, just in front of it.
Boy,
great
that was
play
close.
call. Yeah,
it really was. Good play call, and that slant. It's not fancy, but it can be really dangerous.
Oh yeah, you're one step. I mean, if you catch that thing at that angle, and it's not a high percentage pass. It's really not a high percentage when you throw a hitch out here and he takes off running and gets what he can. That's one of those 50-50 shots you take. You've got to take them every now and then to keep these guys honest. Yeah. You hope you can hit it. But if you don't, at least you're keeping them. They're going to have to play you.
Oh, no doubt. These safeties right now, they got got Zeke Silvers and Brock Adams. They're deep guys right now. And the Maroon Devil will stay on the ground this time. Spinning out across the 30-yard line for a short gain. We're going to have a third down coming up.
Yeah,
after that run inside. This time it's going to be that's Gabe Lillard again on the carry.
Yeah, we ran a little different formation that time. We had the 2 running backs beside and a tailback back behind the quarterback. Keep that in mind because Coach Cook's got more stuff out of that thing that looks pretty good. This is just the beginning of it. We'll see if he stays with it. No, he's going to come out of it this time.
Got him in wide on each side.
And go with the 2 running backs. Got Joe in there at the wing back.
Glaspie over in the wing over here.
There we go. Going to run them out of there. Got time to throw it.
Boy, Reese got plenty of time to throw. Can't find anybody open.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to tuck it and run.
Get upfield. Get upfield and get that first down. That baby.
Very close to a first down.
I think he got it. I think he wrapped around that stick over there.
Well, he avoided what looked like.
No, they're going to spot him short.
And he's limping a little bit, but he is. He's a foot short. Not sure about that spot.
It's not a spot. He went beyond those sticks.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about Reese. I think he got hobbled up a little bit.
He's had that bad ankle from 2 weeks ago, and he's been taking care of it and moving around pretty good at practice on it just to kind of take his time with it.
And now the Maroon Devils call a timeout with 3:32 to play, and And, Coach, we'll keep it right here. And we'd like to remind everybody next week the Maroon Devil soccer team will have a pair of home games. First Monday against Tri-County Early College and then with Murphy on Wednesday. Both will be played at the Rec Park Field due to track construction here. I'm glad right now that the fence walkers are able to get on the fence because earlier this week that was a real question. Both start times, by the way, will be 5:30 for Maroon Devil soccer. Now, the Lady Devil volleyball team will be on the road next week. Tuesday, they travel to Hayesville, and then on Thursday, they will travel to Murphy. Cross-country teams not going to do anything this weekend because of all the bad weather expected, but cross-country teams will be in action next Saturday as they travel to Kernersville.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Got a full slate.
Yep. A lot of things going on. And
it's good to see young people involved in stuff, man. It really is.
That's it. Positive
I
activities.
went to my first ever tennis match yesterday because my granddaughter's playing tennis now.
Wow.
So there.
Hey, there you go. That's a good sport as well.
All right, now we're going to show them a little power eye right here on fourth down and see if we run a quarterback sneak or a tailback dive. We got the tailback going.
Got the first down. There we go. Got that first down. That was the key. And it's going to be Josh Collins. Bouncing off a tackle, and he got it out to the 40-yard line.
There again, it's designed to go up inside, but the way we're blocking it, he has that option of bouncing it right over the top, just like he did. It's a great design play.
Now 3:22 and counting left to play here in the first half.
We've got time. We have
one timeout left, I think.
Yeah, we got to make it. We got to start putting a little bit of urgency in there now.
Yeah, that's it.
Going back to the power eye.
Got to get it rolling here. First down and 10 at our 40. We've got 60 yards still to cover.
Again. Adams comes blitzing off the edge as soon as he saw that the way we lined up. He ran that. I don't know if it was called or not. He just ran, took the blocker on, and bounced off to make the play.
Big play, big tackle by Cutler Adams to get, again, Kellen McCullough in the backfield for a loss. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13 now. And, again, we've got to be aware of the time, 2:40 and counting. We have only one timeout left. And right now we just don't seem to have that sense of urgency.
No, we need to get it rolling because we're closing in on 2 minutes right here.
That's it.
We got to get the ball on the other side of the 50, so we got a shot.
Got two backs in the backfield along with Reese in there. And we hand off and run it basically right up the A gap for a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down 11 now with 2:10 to play.
Yeah, we need to. I don't know exactly what Coach Cook's got in mind, but this may be an opportunity right here now because it's 3rd down, and you got to either get it on, get the first down on this play, or you may be forced to punt. And and you don't want to leave any time on the clock whatsoever.
Nope. So now Maroon Devils 3rd and 11, needing a big play. Wide to the left side, it's going to be Austin Jenkins. Over here on the right side, we got Twins. Got a man in motion. That's going to be Collins. Reese back to throw. Screen pass. Here comes again. It's going to be Glaspie. Got the first down. He's still on his feet down at the 45-yard line.
Clock.
That's the same screen we saw earlier on the score.
Same thing. Just a little bit different look out of it, a different formation, but it's the same. It's the same principle. They're running out of there to cover running backs and all that, and he's just hanging out underneath there. He actually starts out and then comes back in behind those offensive linemen.
And, Coach, we saw those defensive linemen just sucked right into that play.
Oh, they did. They actually ran a blitz, so they were actually missing another linebacker. So, and Reese is showing real good poise right there by just standing in there, letting them come, and then he has to throw that ball up high.
No doubt. Now, 1st down and 10, Maroon Devils at the 45 of Robbinsville. Reese back to throw again. He's in trouble in the backfield. Now he fires it down to the sideline and throws it away, and that's a good play.
That is a great play. Throw it to where it's maybe one of your guys get it, or it's not. Nobody else is going to get it, and live to throw it again.
That's it. We still have 1 minute, 3 seconds to play before halftime. One timeout left, and now we have a 2nd down and 10 at the 46 of Robbinsville.
Yeah.
And now we've got an official timeout. Not sure what this is about, but the whistle blew, and I think they're going to have to put some more time back on the clock.
Yeah, the clock.
It was. So, because that incomplete pass should have stopped the clock.
Yeah,
and it
103.
It was stopped momentarily.
It was, and then it took off again.
Yep. Now, here we go. I'm glad the official caught that. 2nd down, 11. Reese back in the shotgun again. Handing off.
The draw play.
There's a draw play down to the 44 for a couple of yards. Clock running under a minute. That was Josh Collins on the carry for the short gain. Maroon Devils we got to
hurry up. We got to hustle right here now because it's we still got one timeout left, and we need to take advantage of the opportunity we've got here.
Well, we're not in any hurry at all.
No, and if you call a timeout now, you've wasted all that time.
No doubt. Down to 35 seconds. Still coming up to the line of scrimmage. 30 seconds to play before halftime.
Running the blitz again. Robbinsville is, and then he bails.
Reese throws it up for grabs. It's going to be a lot of contact and no flag.
Nope.
And basically it was Brock Adams down there just slowing up our receiver.
That's what he did. He got underneath him. They're actually the receiver and the defender did a great job.
Yeah.
The defender just got underneath him and stayed right there and turned his head to look back for the ball.
That's it.
That negates all your penalty possibilities.
Yeah. He had his back to the ball,
That's
and they don't throw it much on that, do they?
Nope, they don't.
Now we're going to have to punt it away. 23 seconds to play before halftime. Josh Collins has been doing a pretty good job punting. And back deep, two dangerous men back there, the Adams boys, Brock and
This is probably going to be a punted. It's a good punt right straight up the field. It's going to run down the clock. Stop them right there.
All the way down to the 1 yard line with 12 seconds left.
12 seconds.
They'll hit a knee.
Now you got to, they'll either hit a knee or they'll try to do something crazy. And they don't have a wide side right now, so they're not too happy. If they had a wide side, they'd come out of their gun. They'd come out of their gunner and giving that ball to Adams. They don't care how deep he gets it in the end zone. They feel like he's going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And a coach who never had any fear of doing that is an old Robbinsville guy we all know and appreciate, Bob Colvin.
Oh, man.
He was not afraid to do it.
No, and he was a scary dude. I tell you, I liked him.
Me
he
too.
taught me a
too.
lot in conversations with him over the years, but now he knew his football.
He was a great coach and a good person, too.
Yes.
Here
yes,
we go.
He was.
They're just going to run basically an A-gap quarterback keeper, and that's going to be the final play before halftime.
Yeah, that'll bring us to halftime.
And stay tuned. 16-8, Robbinsville in the lead. But, hey, we've got a great second half coming up. We can feel it. Stay with us. We'll be back for halftime and more here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things help get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Hartsville, South Carolina, Lamar West Henderson Biscuit. He was Western North Carolina Coach of the Year 3 times and was the state's head coach in the 1990 Rockville over the Carolinas. Coach Ryan had undefeated regular seasons in 1977 and 78 in Lamar and 2 undefeated regular seasons in West Henderson. Every year at Pisgah, also playing in the 1968 Robbinsville, South Carolina, while compiling 13 conference championships along the way. Coach Wright played 3 different sports here at Swain High, where he played on 12 varsity teams. He then played 3 sports in 2 years at Varsity College, earning all-conference honors twice before finishing his playing career at Tennessee Tech. After graduating in 1960, Coach Wright was hired as a teacher and assistant coach to Doris Pee Wee Jones and was promoted to head coach in 1960. A lot of fans, especially many of you younger folks, realize we've had great athletic success here at Swain High in the 1970s, 80s, 90s, and into the present day. But Coach Wright and his players provided our great winning tradition long before that. In 1964, his 3rd year here at Swain High, he led our Maroon Devil football team to our school's first ever state playoffs, reaching all the way to the West 2A title game in 1964. These regional state titles were as far as you could go in the mid-90s. Along with being a football coach, varsity girls basketball and boys track teams, Coach Wright was hired as a history teacher with a royal salary of $3,300 and a $500 supplement for coaching 4 teams. Coach Wright didn't get rich coaching and or teaching, but Coach, you have made all our lives very much richer for being our coach, our teacher, our mentor, and our friend. A true Maroon Devil who has always given it his best and then
get the guy in the middle that's walking forward. That guy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to recognize our 20th annual induction. First of all, Dr. James Cosby as the most decorated superintendent in North Carolina. And his first superintendent job was right here with Swain County Schools. During his tenure with Swain County, he was a staunch supporter of Maroon Devil. Dr. Cosby was instrumental in the building of Swain County Memorial Stadium. Coaches who would become vital parts of not only our community, but our athletic program for decades. Through his years of service, he has made a positive impact on the school system he has touched, and in doing so, has always given his best and then some. Dr. Jim Cosby. Swain was a key member and leader of the 2004 offensive line as a senior, putting his team first. The unselfish move paid huge dividends for both Devils as he became the Smoky Mountain Conference Lineman of the Year. As a senior, he was also named All-Western North Carolina State Championship game. Mitchell Green was instrumental in paving the way for the Devils offense to average over 360 yards and 40 points per game, and equally as vital. Ladies and gentlemen, and as quarterback, a key member of the Maroon Devils' first ever state championship, 1979 football team, to secure the state 2A championship. Moving from receiver to quarterback for his senior season, was a 2-time All-Smoky Mountain Conference. Sam Patillo was named head football state championship team, which finished with a school record 3 years. Coach Patillo finished with a 31-10 coaching record and is the school history to have won a state championship in football. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Patillo. Gary Reese. Mr. Gary Reese excelled on the football. Although small in stature, he was twice named All-Smoky Mountain Conference, and during his senior campaign, he was named All-Western North Carolina as a linebacker. Coach Carroll Wright called Reese the best defensive player on Boys Teach's first team in 1977. Offensive and defensive 77 through 1981. Instrumental in building of the 1979 state championship team. Gary Ray. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Carolina State 1-0 champion. Record 15 wins with a championship, the 8th state championship in football, all-state championship. Smoky Mountain Conference and Western Region championship game, and defeated West Montgomery, who all remember, 37-30, after trailing 28-0 in the Western Regional Finals, averaging 36 points per game and 355 yards of total offense. The defense gave up an average of only 12 points per game. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you the Hall of Fame induction tonight here at Swain County High School. We hope you can come out as we honor these outstanding patrons, coaches, and athletes tomorrow. And now we would like to recognize our Swain Marching Band senior band members. Samantha Birchfield is a member of the Jenkins Branch community and the daughter of Sean and Shay Birchfield. Samantha has been a member of the band and color guard for years and currently the 2022 color guard captain. She has also been a member of the Presbyterian Youth Council, New Century Scholars, National Society of High School Scholars, HOSA, Swain GSA, and the Be Kind Club. After graduation, Samantha plans to attend Southwestern Community College for surgical tech. She says the band has helped her grow in ways that she never knew possible. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Birchfield. Community and the daughter of Lizzie and Judd Carter, Emma has been 7 years participating in the Western All-District Band and is currently the 2022 drum major. She plans to attend a 4-year university after high school and wants to share with her fellow bandmates how proud she is of all their growth this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Carter. The American community and the daughter of Chris Farewell. The band and color guard for 7 years. His uniform manager and guard choreographer for additional to attend WCU and study forensic science. She wants to thank the marching band members for being such an incredible group of friends and school family. Ladies and gentlemen, Marina Hubley Graham and Tom Graham. He has been a member of concert and marching bands for 7 years, participating in the Western North Carolina All-District Band, the North Carolina All-State Honor Band, currently the 2022 class captain. He is also a member of the Be Kind Club. After graduation, Morgan plans to attend a 4-year university, majoring either in English literature, anthropology, or journalism. He wants to share with his fellow bandmates how glad he is to know all of you, and thanks for the gift. Miranda yards. Ladies and gentlemen, Brennan Laney. Austin Paredes is a member of the Galvin Creek community and the son of Kelly and Adam Paredes. Austin has concerted marching bands for 7 years and is the 2022 equipment manager. Outside of the band, much of his free time is spent at his job at Rio and working on his culinary skills. After graduation, Austin plans to attend WCU and then school. He wants the band to continue to pursue excellence and say, happy birthday, Tim. Ladies and gentlemen, Austin Paredes. Of the Birdtown community and the daughter of Zach Trapper and John Taylor. Jade has been a member of the concert and the marching bands for 7 years, qualified for the Western North Carolina All-District Band on clarinet, and is currently the 2022 drum major. After graduation, Jade plans to attend UNC Charlotte and major in finance. Thanks to all of my fellow band members helping me grow as a person. I love you all. Ladies and gentlemen, the daughter of Ryan and Melissa Schuler. Been a member of the marching and concert bands for 7 years and currently serves as the 2022 percussion captain and attended NC Governor School on Balance. She is a member of the STEM Club, Be Kind Club, National Honor Society, Elevation 412 Youth Group, and Upward Bound. After graduation, Grace plans to attend a 4-year university to study either music education or chemistry. She would like to ask the band to continue to give all and thanks for changing her life while being a member of this organization. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Schuler. Street community and the daughter of Dr. Reba Ballou and David White. Lindley has served as the 2022 marching band photographer and is also involved with the Cherokee Youth Council, cross country, Cataloochee ski instructing, and track. After graduation, Lindley plans to attend a 4-year university and pursue a career in the FBI, CIA, or as law enforcement K-9 handler. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lindley White. Our senior marching band members, and please stick around after the game tonight as they have their final home game performance. Congratulations to our senior marching band members.
You are watching the Maroon Devils on the Maroon Devil Network.
Hi, I'm Cole Weichel, and thank you for tuning in to the Maroon Devil Network.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things help get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Fans, welcome back just in time to get the second half underway. Robbinsville is going to be kicking it to us as we had to kick, and they kick a short one. It's going to be taken at the 27-yard line, bringing it back out across the 30-yard line, trying to cut back upfield and getting us in pretty good field position at the 33-yard line. There's going to be Kellen McCulloch over there. And, Coach, here we go. We're down 16-8, and we talked about this in the first half. We got to answer back.
Yeah, and during halftime we were discussing the mere fact that trading possessions with Robbinsville right now is the best we can ask for till we can create a situation where they either have to punt it to us and we can drive the ball and score, or we force a turnover. They've already forced us to turn it over, so now we've got to play back at them.
That's it.
We're not doing a real good job getting them all blocked up front. That's what we're going to look for.
Oh, they jump.
Yeah, that right there will get us an advantage. Now, this is a good thing because what they're doing, Robbinsville wants to be first on the ball, and you could see right then they were going to slant into those inside gaps right there, and that lets those offensive linemen know. Coach will probably their defensive coordinator will probably change the look right now, but he's not going to have much time because we're going to come up here and run the play now.
That's it.
So,
and they were going to bring 5, it looked like.
Yeah, it worked. That's what's happened. And all you got to do is watch the 2 inside down linemen, and you see both of them slant this way.
And there goes Gabe Lillard for a short gain.
Yep. It's a good way to gain 5 yards. Just get them to jump. And what you're doing is you're slowing their aggression down. You got to get them sitting back on their heels a little bit. It's a good move.
That was a 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 1 now, just underway in the third quarter here.
Yeah, if we can start playing some mind games with them, 2nd and short right here, it gives us an opportunity. This is not a time to throw the screen. That screen is probably a thing of the past for right now because it's Robbinsville. I'm sure at halftime. There goes Gabe.
Yep. He's
going to pick up the first.
Yep, and he ran over there right behind our tight end who flipped over there, Nathan Bogdanovich. I got to make sure I get that name right. He straightened this out on that, and he's a fun guy. These kids are just fun to talk to.
They are.
They love football.
They're fun at practice, and I told him, I said, I'm going to apologize. I can't say your name, young man, so I'm just going to call you Bo like the rest of them.
That's it. And he was it's been a joy getting to know and talk to some of these players. And I know Coach Sherman Holt and his staff, these guys are doing a good job with them.
Well, they are. They're trying to make young men out of them. We're all worried about winning and losing, but at the same time, they're trying to make young men out. Good counter. Started out good, and we just – there again, we're not getting
hold the block.
Yeah, we're not getting the people blocked we need to. And there again, Robbinsville kind of stunted right into it.
Yep.
Their backside linebacker was running what we call a loop blitz, coming over the top, and he was right in the alley.
Yeah, that was Quinn Jumper, their middle linebacker, who was their second leading tackler on the season. And Jumper, 5'10", 175-pounder. Again, only a sophomore.
Yeah.
2nd down now. We need 11. And, again, we're playing in the third quarter. Don't forget, fans, we're going to be on the road next Friday at Andrews. Get to see some more familiar faces over there next week.
You'll probably see them play this. They're going to kind of run a loop up at the top.
Here they come.
There they are.
Reese gets away from the initial pressure and now throws it away down the field. He was looking for Josh, but really ran out of time, and nobody really open.
Well, it's not when you get that kind of pressure, and it's not designed for him to run to his left and throw right-handed. And so when he's flushed out of the pocket like that and he's on the run, He's just going to try to get rid of it. And I'm not making excuses for him. He did the smart thing.
Yes, he did.
Live to play another down. Don't take that loss. Throw it away, and don't take that sack back behind the line of scrimmage.
Riley Winchester now coming in, of course, joining Reese, number 4 and number 5. This time we got 4 wide, twins on each side. And Robbinsville looks like they're going to have man-to-man coverage over here.
They're going to blitz up that linebacker again. This time we picked him up perfect.
Reese plenty of time in traffic, and it's going to be knocked away and falls to the ground. He was trying to hit Riley down there.
It really was, and they worked on that this past week. They've got several routes where now you saw him throw in the middle of the field there, and he was done. And they had 2 folks covering him. The next time you may see somebody down the sidelines coming from either out of the backfield or one of the running a wheel route, and it'll make Robbinsville have to cover that much different. And if they keep blitzing like they're doing, then we'll make them pay.
That's it. It'll
especially
be open.
If we pick that blitz up.
Josh Collins on to punt. Kicks it high, end over end, and there's some contact down there.
It touched them. Yes, sir. It's our ball.
Wow, that's a big play.
They better not blow this. These officials better not blow it.
Yep.
It's our ball. He signaled for a fair catch.
Yep.
It hit one of their players, and it's our football. No.
Yep, Cutler Adams was back there to return. And, boy, our coaches are just furious right now at the 30-yard line. Oh, there's some penalty flags.
Yeah, that's on Robbinsville.
Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike after the play. So, wow, this is going to be an interesting mess here.
Man, I would like to actually see who got that football. I mean, we fell on the football. Now, how they got it back, I don't know, or how the officials got it called back. But now,
number 12 down there, Quinn Jumper, got up from the bottom of the pile, but I don't know that he had the ball.
No, I don't. And dual possession doesn't mean anything. It's whoever's got full possession of the football.
Now, one official was pointing that it was Robbinsville's football. But now they're meeting to talk about it.
Now, we were on the ball to begin with, and I don't know exactly what happened, but as the play ensued right there, and it was about the fumble. So they're right about the fumble. It was mishandled ball. It's not really a fumble.
Punt.
Yeah, it's mishandled, but it touched a Robbinsville player, which that ball became live at that point.
Live ball. Now one of the officials is talking with Sherman Holt on the sideline. Right now he's pretty calm. He's getting the explanation from the lady down there. And so they're getting a little conversation. And then the other 4 officials are out at midfield
They're
talking
really
things
one
over.
making the decision. I think
yes.
This official on this side is just over here appeasing. And the dead ball foul.
Dead ball foul against Robbinsville.
Now they're having to discuss it again.
And now they're still
they're
talking it over.
They still don't know what's happening.
There's the foul against the Maroon Devils. And against Robbinsville, they offset, and it's Robbinsville's ball, they're saying. So offsetting penalties.
Now I got to have an explanation.
Yeah, Coach Sherman Holt.
Yeah.
He wants an explanation.
Yeah, and he's not going to get a good one. He's not going to get one he's happy with because
no.
they blew it from the time that that ball hit that Robbinsville player.
And that was a big, big play. Coach Sherman Holt not happy, I'm sure, but he's keeping his calm. I'll give him credit for that.
All right, he's going to go 4 down linemen again this time. He's decided he wants to do that. He may run some of his, we refer to it as a wolf look, where he tilts them in. Yeah.
And so now it's going to be Robbinsville's ball, first down at their 30-yard line.
And they're trying to rush this before we can get lined up. Now what they're going to have to do is slow the game down.
Officials are going to hold them off.
Yeah. Because they've had time. They've been standing back there in the huddle talking about it. All right, here's the option set again. Quarterback
gets free on the right side. Cuts inside, spins around to the 45-yard line, a 15-yard pickup. And, again, Coach, he had that fake, and we really got after it, but we didn't get after him.
Well, the thing about it is right now we've kind of disheveled over there.
Yeah.
See, you can see our defensive players out there discussing it. But somebody came for that dive back that wasn't supposed to. You got to take that quarterback.
Right.
He's a quarterback player, and you got to see the blocking scheme to understand it because they're blocking everybody down and leaving it one-on-one for that quarterback.
So now quarterback with a first down at the Robbinsville 45. First and 10, 9:15 to play,
All
third
right,
quarter.
now they flip-flop those linemen. This is going to be a wing T play. You see both guards pulling. That's
Here
the
they
counter.
go. Left side, there's Adams.
Yeah, that's the buck the buck trap. Or
5-yard
the counter,
pickup.
as you call it, and that's exactly what it was. And when you still see them come out of the huddle, start flip-flopping those offensive linemen, that's a dead giveaway.
That was Lucas Sutton again. Lucas Sutton's been in on a lot of tackles tonight.
Yeah.
So that's a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5. Now 8:48 to play, third quarter. Still 16-8 in case you've just joined us here on a perfect September night.
Going to flip-flop them again so they can get their option look to the weak side.
Yep.
If Adams goes in motion, they'll run it strong side. They're going to run it back to counter back to the counter trap, fullback trap.
Only a 1-yard gain this time. Good play again by Lucas Sutton coming in there. Also, big LD Luquire in there to help out to plug that gap. And, boy, he's been a gap plugger tonight.
Oh, yeah. We got to keep doing that because blocking schemes and watching them come out of the huddle is what's giving them away because they're only going to teach their offensive linemen how to block plays one way. That's it. And there they go again. They flip-flop them again.
And their line has been doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Got a different look now. Going to put in motion.
Here comes the blitz. Oh, boy, they run the other way. We blitzed.
We're going to make it 4th and short at midfield. They're going to
good pursuit.
Coach Walsh has got a big decision to make right here now.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, that was a gang tackle.
It was.
I mean, there were probably 8 guys around that football.
Yeah, no forward progress. And the
giveaway in there.
Yeah, the giveaway to something like that is that Adams wasn't on the field. So when you look around and he's not out there, then they're going to depend on other folks. And
he's not out there right now either.
No, he'll be
back in a minute.
Yeah, he'll be showing back up.
Yeah, he's one of their leading tacklers. Actually, their 4th leading tackler on defense. Coming on to punt is going to be Turner Jackson. And he averages about 40 yards a punt. He's a pretty good punter.
That's
delay of game. Play clock ran out.
Yeah, and then there was also a procedure that could have been called there. They were leaning.
So there's the 5-yard penalty. That'll back him up a little bit. And, Coach, you mentioned this. The defense now has provided the stop. We're going to get the ball back.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we've got to try. That's where you get momentum changers.
Yeah.
Is when you get an opportunity to do that, and then you can get the ball, play on their end of the field with it. We're at midfield right now. Just get the ball, get the midfield, and then find a way to get down there next to the end zone.
High punt, not real deep. A lot of hang time. And it's going to
Stay away from it.
Oh, that's a
there
double bounce.
Good bounce.
At the 37, we'll take over first down and 10. And now's our chance to rise and shine, if you will, on offense to try to tie this game.
We got to start opening it up a little bit. Stay on our blocks. We've not done a good job of getting our folks blocked up there. Now, Robbinsville's added a whole lot to that by running these blitzes, and especially with those inside linebackers and bringing them over the top and playing gap games up there, slanting their front four.
Yep. And talking about that, Cutler Adams is back at that left side, outside linebacker.
He just needed to breathe.
That's it. Got a 4-man front. Basically, Adams kind of a stand-up bandit defensive end. Yeah. Got a man flipping over there, and we run right over that gap for a short gain to the 39-yard line. Second down and long coming up.
And there again, we're just not getting enough bodies on those outside. And the linebackers are really just playing backside gap plays right now. The minute they see our quarterback open up one way or the other, they flow that way. It's a backside A gap if he opens up away, and it's a front side B gap.
So now our Maroon Devil offensive lineman, this is really a big test, trying to establish that line of scrimmage and getting this drive going. Second down and 8. This time the Maroon Devils are going to run to the right side. Adams misses the tackle. Josh Collins makes him miss. He's in the middle of the field at the 45-40.
There's
It's a foot race.
changer. Here's a momentum changer.
Collins is going all the way to the house. How about that?
That a baby.
What a run. He broke outside, Coach. He actually made Cutler Adams miss.
He made him miss.
And cut it inside.
Yeah.
What a run.
That was great. That was a great run.
And they had a shot at him.
Yeah, and their folks are complaining about something. Their players are. The linebacker got flat back there. He's upset about something, but that's the nature of the beast.
That was a big, big play.
Yeah.
Maroon Devils now 16-14, and as we mentioned, Robbinsville always go for two. They've been successful on two-point conversions, so we've got to answer that as well.
We got to make sure we got the right personnel out there. I'm not real sure that Coach Hope and Coach Cook are.
Yeah, one is coming off.
Yeah.
And there's the violation because the extra player was in the huddle.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, I didn't think we had the right personnel out there. There was something wrong with that.
Yep, illegal substitution, so to speak, because we had 12 players in the huddle, and obviously you can't do that.
Yeah, once that huddle is formed, if you huddle, you can run players on and off the field, but you can't once you break that huddle.
And now, Coach, that's going to probably change your play call because instead of up at the 2.5, now we're back at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, now you may have to put the ball in the air where you could have been able to come up with a running play or run some type of reverse play right here is about your only hope.
So now for the 2-point conversion, and again, that's a big penalty.
Yeah.
We're going to run one wide receiver on each side, split backs.
From backside linebacker.
Here's Josh Collins on the reverse. We're throwing it in the end zone. Complete. How about that? A halfback pass in the end zone.
To the quarterback.
That looked like Gabe Lillard.
Threw it back
to Reese.
Yeah,
was that Reese had caught it?
Reese is the one that pitched it out to him. pitched it back, and then Gabe threw it back to Reese. Reese just slipped right back out.
He got right in the end zone and was open. That was a good play.
That's the kind of play you need for that right there. You can't do much else. You can't just run a regular offensive play when you've only got one play from that distance.
So what a play to tie this thing up at 16 all, 5:52 to play, third quarter, and wow, what a ball game.
Yeah,
there's some chess playing going on right now, Coach, between the coaches.
It is, and that's kind of the way it should be. Neither team right now has been able to dominate, and Robbinsville felt like that they should be able to from the get-go, and it's just not happening for them.
So right now, all tied up at 16 all. $5:52 to play here in the third quarter. And now we're going to give it back to Robbinsville as we kick it off.
Good kick. Kicked it away.
And it's going to be picked up. Robbinsville's trying to run it back. And, a lot of bodies there.
Yeah, good tackle out here. Got his head across, ran his feet, just like they work on at practice.
That's a good tackle.
Yeah, it is. He got his head across. And made that play. It was Austin Jenkins. Austin's a good football player. He's a good athlete.
He is.
Good young man. He did it exactly the way he's been coached to do it.
He plays both sides of the ball. Plays corner over here on the right side or on the left side, and also wide receiver. So he's in there a lot on Friday nights.
Here we go again with the option look. There it is. Quarterback's wanting to keep it again. He does, and this time, see, now we got it straightened out over there. We got the whole thing. No.
Yeah,
You idiot. You first-class idiot.
There's a penalty flag. It's going to be a late hit on the Maroon Devil defense. Not that it was the right call, but I'm afraid that's going to be the call.
This is why I ain't coaching anymore. This foolishness right here. Why he threw that flag. That's momentum. He's falling back. He's driving his feet, and that's just idiocy. That's all that is. He's ignorant.
And so now that is a huge penalty that's going to give Robbinsville the football up near midfield. Boy, the Maroon Devil fans are not happy at the 49-yard line of Swain. I mean, the quarterback was still trying to make a play, and we were still trying to tackle him.
Yeah, and I may have to be quiet here for a minute. That just blows my mind.
That's
how stupid some of these people are.
That is a really tough penalty.
Shirts.
Here comes the blitz, and Adams runs to the right side for only a couple of yards. Outstanding play over there by the Maroon Devils, and again, good blitzing over there on that side. Big LD Luke Wire, among others, in there in the gap. And only a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 coming up. But and boy, those penalties like that can have such a huge impact on the game.
Yeah, and then kids out there playing that hard and going after each other. It's been the same time. I don't care if they've been tackling one of our players. He had no business throwing that flag. He don't know what he's doing.
There were 3 or 4 guys in on the tackle. just trying to do their job. 2nd down and 8. They swing it out to the left side. It's going to be complete over here to Zeke Silvers down the sideline. Got a penalty flag down. May have a holding call down here.
It is a hold. He grabbed him. He grabbed him right underneath the armpit and started dragging him.
So that may be a holding call that's going to bring back another first down by Robbinsville.
Yeah, at least one of them got something right out there. At least one of them did.
And sometimes that makes you wonder, is that a makeup call?
If it isn't, it should have been, and my hat goes off. If it is, I'm proud of the official that did it too.
Holding call will bring back the first down run over here, and it's going to come back now to the 49-yard line. So now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Robbinsville. 4.5 to play, 3rd quarter. Tied at 16. Man.
Yeah.
A lot of football left.
Mm-hmm. We gotta find a way to make a stop now.
That's it.
We had them stop down here, and then the idiot gave it back to them. So
now, 2nd down and 10. Got man
There's a wing
coverage
tee
over on
look.
the right side.
Going to throw this one out of the wing tee. Look, got everybody covered. Now we got to get to the quarterback,
Yep,
stick
Carpenter.
him, and pull that football.
Yep, lowers his head. Boy, I tell you, Bryce Sane was reaching in there or Blake Sane trying to pull that football out.
Yeah, and that idiot, he wanted to throw a flag again, but he can't. Yeah.
But Blake was, I think he had his hands on the ball.
Yeah, he did. He stuck him. He stood him straight up.
And
They
now,
can be as upset as they want to over at Robbinsville. They know what was right and wrong about every bit of that.
Yeah. 3rd down and 6 now for the Black Knights, a 4-yard pickup. And boy, both sides of this stadium are
Getting heated up.
They're getting into this game.
Yeah.
Whew. They are getting into this game.
Okay, there's the line flip-flopping again coming out of the huddle, which they have done on some occasions. Some they don't.
3 wide receivers. Maroon
Gonna run
Devils
the back.
rushing 4. Carpenter too high.
4th down.
4th down, trying to hit Brock Adams over there on the sideline. And that's pretty high because Brock is he's 6'1",
Yeah.
but just too tall for him.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to come on and punt.
Yeah. Looks like Coach Walsh has decided this might be a punting time. We don't know whether they'll try to fake it or not. We'll see, but
We got 2 guys back to return now. It's going to be Josiah Glaspie and Josh Collins coming on to punt. As we mentioned, Turner Jackson, a good punter. Now they're trying to get their last man lined up and ready to go. 4th down, 6. You never know. Will they do something different? Nope, they're going to punt it away. Good punt.
Good punt.
Collins, fair catch.
All right, good decision. Don't let that ball roll. Don't get in the hole. Yep.
And they did what they're supposed to do. I mean,
That's
if it's inside the 10, let it go. If it's not, fair catch it.
Yeah, now we just got to change field position on them. Get this ball back up the field. I mean, the officials are trying to give them every possible chance to get for an advantage, and we've taken those advantages away. And so now it's up to us now to start pushing the issue with our offense.
Right now, 1st down and 10. Our 17-yard line is where this drive will start. Got split backs on either side of Reese Winchester. Got a man in motion down there.
Running the option this way. Don't do that,
Oh,
Reese.
got a ball pitched in the backfield. And,
Don't do that, Reese.
boy, Josh Collins in trouble. He's trying to get away from trouble, and he gets open down the left sideline and goes out of bounds. Boy, there's a shot into the fence.
Yeah, now where's that flag?
Wow. Boy, things are heating up here at Swain County Memorial Stadium. There's no flag.
Ain't that pretty?
That is, man, oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the Robbinsville people are they're hot too. Nobody's happy right now with the officiating.
Nope. I guess that's the way it should be.
But you know, Josh Collins turned nothing into something.
Oh, he did. I really wish Reese hadn't done it because it really did look like we were going to have a play. But then he got when the outside backer came and took him. He tried his best to get the ball out there, giving them the same look. Different play call.
Going to the right side is Josh.
We didn't get him cut off. Didn't get the backside cut off.
He's close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it.
It's that
Should
backside,
be a first down.
Yeah, it's that backside linebacker again. Number 12, the backside linebacker. He just Quinn Jumper. He's just coming down over the top of that of where the ball snapped and making that play.
And he's a good player. He's their second leading tackler.
Oh yeah.
33 tackles on the year, so he knows how to get it done. Now the Maroon Devils have a first down. They move the sticks with 2:45 to play in the 3rd quarter. We're still tied at 16. And boy, have we got a hot one going on here tonight. Hall of Fame night, Hall of Fame induction ceremony tomorrow night. Got a wing on the left side.
There we
And
go. Inside play. Keep running. Keep running, Joe. Atta babe.
Glassby on the carry.
There you go.
Almost like a jet sweep, Coach, out to the 34.
It's an inside jet sweep. It's basically, instead of you running the sweep to the edge, what we end up doing is they're zone blocking it, but they're actually trying to trap block it with an inside alignment.
So now it's going to bring up second down. We need 4 with 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Plenty of time, and our Maroon Devils, of course, right now with a chance to make a drive and take the lead for the first time tonight.
Yep.
This time 2 wide. Glassby again on the wing on the left side with that split back set. Now Glassby sets up on the right side wing. Haven't seen this much tonight.
There's the linebacker coming over the top again. We got a backside receiver. Joe's running open.
There's Glassby. He's got it.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Right through his hands, basically.
Yeah.
I thought he had a shot at it, but there were 2 guys, I think, that might have tore it loose.
Yeah, they were draped on him, and they had it covered back there and double coverage. They just didn't want him to get loose.
That was Zeke Silvers back there and Carson Levin for the Robbinsville secondary. And boy, that ball was well thrown.
It was. He put it on the money. He put it right where it needed to be to give Glassby a chance to go get it.
So now third down. Our Maroon Devils need 4. That stopped the clock at 1:37 to play. We haven't seen a whole lot of passing tonight. Of course, both teams rely on that run game.
Yeah, it's one of those things that if you throw it when you have to, but sometimes you got to throw it so they don't know.
Well, the yardage for both teams
So
almost
we'll see
equal.
another blitz right here. The outside backer run right into it.
Yes, he did. And he ran right into Josh Collins. There was big number 66 coming in on the tackle for Robbinsville. That's Hayden Key, their 270-pound senior. We're going to have to punt.
Yeah. They blitzed on about every third down we've had so far in any situation where they thought we might be going to try to throw the football. But a blitz against the run like that they ran right there is just as good as any blitz.
So now, again, Josh Collins on the punt. They have 2 men back deep. Remember last time, Robbinsville had kind of a problem with the punt return. This one's high, very short, and takes a Maroon Devil bounce. Now it's going to go sideways at about the 41 is where Robbinsville will get it back.
All right, now we got to make a big defensive stand here to start this fourth quarter.
That's it. We stopped Robbinsville on their last series. Can we do it again and get this football back? Robbinsville came back and returned the favor and didn't allow us to march down the field. So, but coming into this game, Coach, we knew both defenses were really solid.
Yeah, both defenses have been playing better and better.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that when you start matching up in this conference, you know so much about each other.
5-man front for the Maroon Devils. Here comes Adams.
Yep.
Adams for about 2 or 3. So far tonight, again, as we talked about the plays, our Maroon Devils 35 plays, 152 yards. Robbinsville 34 plays, 143. That's pretty darn even.
Yeah, and we've actually outrushed them on 23 carries, 108 yards, and 29 carries, they got 104 yards.
That's
Here we go. Now we're getting that option set look again. There it is, all the way to the pitch.
Got a penalty flag. Here's Adams over here on the side. But
it's probably going to be a hold call. It should be.
So let's see what the penalty flag is going to be. They were close to a first down, but it's probably coming back. Now they're going to call.
Let's see what the call is. It's getting strange here. What? Illegal shift.
Illegal, some kind of illegal motion there.
Yeah, illegal motion.
So that's going to back up Robbinsville and wipe out a first down play.
Yeah. But there again, when you're looking at the field, just keep in the back of your mind that to run those type of play, Robbinsville wants a wide side of the field. If they don't have it, then they will. Their options are open. But now there again, see where the ball's at. Doesn't mean they won't run that buck trap into the short side of the field. Doesn't mean they won't run the option play. But if they're going to run the option like they want to run it, they're going to come here to the wide side of the field. And they'll tell you by their formation.
We were talking about Cutler Adams in his outstanding season so far tonight, 17 carries, 54 yards, 2 touchdowns, of course, averaging 3.2 a carry. That's a pretty good job slowing him down.
Fourth quarter.
That's the end of quarter number 3. Fans, we're 12 minutes away from a finish here, and we've got a tie ball game. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter after this timeout on the Maroon Devils Network. Fans, we're back for fourth quarter coming your way. 12 minutes until we find out who's going to break this tie. 16-16, Robbinsville with the football. Second down and 13.
Yeah, and there's your option formation into the field now. Going to run the counter back inside the weak side.
Short side.
It's the only
Here's
other
Adams.
play they've got back this way. Out of that formation, that is the only play.
Now they throw the penalty flag on Maroon Devils for a late hit out of bounds on Cutler Adams. That's exactly what this official on this side called on that tackle. But it's kind of unusual. They didn't call it on the other side when it was our running back
I'm
out of bounds.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I really am, because there is absolutely no description for the.
There it is.
I don't have any other word but ignorance.
Yeah.
I don't have any description for it.
There it is. So now that's going to give Robbinsville a first down. And boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm speechless. And
I hear you.
Yeah.
First play of the fourth quarter. Robbinsville will now move the football down inside the 40-yard line. Down near the 35 is where they're going to wind up spotting it. At the 34, first down and 10 now in Swain County territory for Robbinsville. Man, that penalty really hurts.
Yeah, it does,
Really
and it's just it's ridiculous. They're not, they want to try to control way more than they're capable. Their brains are capable of controlling.
Right now, 2 wide to the left side.
There we go with the option look again, throwing it out over the top.
And there
That's
they go.
That's an illegal block right there.
Illegal block in the back, and no penalty
by
flag.
Adams.
And there's a first down for Robbinsville. But again, there was a block in the back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But no flag. Wow, we can see that one from here. So that's going to be a first down again. Robbinsville now. Just underway, fourth quarter at the 15-yard line. Black Knights moving the football. Our Maroon Devils have got to try to stop this drive. Let's see. Right now, Robbinsville has momentum.
All right, coming out with the same option look to the wide side of the field, either run the counter, which they did right there. Same play they ran a minute ago.
There's Adams on the carry for a gain of about 2, maybe 3.
It's the exact same plays they'd run out of a wing tee. They just move him a little wider so he's got longer to see it when he comes downhill there. And, they'll run it out of the wing tee where he's standing right beside the fullback, or he's lined up wider as a wing. It gives him a little more time.
A 2-yard gain to the 14-yard line. Now second down and 8 coming up. 11:15 and counting here. Robbinsville knocking on the door. 2 wide to the left side, 1 way over here to the right side, the wide side of the field. Now we got a man in motion. They're going to hand it to him.
Got good play.
What a tackle in the backfield.
Big play.
What a tackle that was. That's Gabe.
That's Gabe. That's
Gabe
when
Lillard.
they moved Gabe up to that linebacker position. When they go into that 2 different looks in that 4 down look, and he read the heck out of it.
Boy, he knifed right in there and stopped him for a loss in the backfield to the 19.
Yep.
Now that's third down, and let's see. We're going to say about 14 yards.
Yeah.
Man, 3rd and about 14. They've got to go to the 5-yard line.
There they go,
for a
flip.
first down.
There, when they flip-flop that line of scrimmage, that tells you something right there. There's their option set. Going to go in motion into I-backs. There's the option downhill. The reverse, we got him right there if we just tackle him.
There's the stop at the 15-yard line. And so now it's going to bring up 4th down. We know Robbinsville's going to go for it inside the red zone.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But they're going to need still about 9. They're at the 14. They got to go to the 5 for a first down. So 4th and 9. This, wow, this is a big play.
Yeah, now take a look again at the wide side of the field. And they're bringing this young man in right here because he's faster than 44. And they'll line him up at the line of scrimmage, number 6, as a tight end.
Yep, Bryce Adams.
Yep.
One man in the backfield behind Carpenter, the quarterback. He's going to throw.
Straight drop, running X routes, drag across the middle.
Oh, they run it and
threw
get it.
all the way across, and they got the first down.
Big first down.
Yeah.
Big first down. Pass complete to Bryce Adams, the guy we were talking about, number 6.
That's that delayed drag across the field from the backside receiver. And he goes all the way across the field underneath after they've cleared the zones out over there.
So now first down and goal to go Robbinsville with 9:23 and counting. A lot of time to play in this ball game. Robbinsville at the 3-yard line, first and goal. First and goal. Robbinsville with a full house backfield. Power I.
Power I. This is where they're going to flip it over just like they did in the first half.
Give it to Adams.
Run it Adams right down the throat right there.
That's it. Touchdown. Nothing fancy, and they just run it well.
That's power football.
Yep, no doubt about it. They got the surge on the line of scrimmage, and that's what makes it go. And now they're going to line up for 2.
Well, Coach Walsh and his staff, they can thank the officials for this little debacle right here so far. Now we need some breaks in the second half or the second part of this fourth quarter and see if we can't make something happen.
22-16. Look for Adams again on the 2-point conversion. He already has.
They'll change it up this time. He'll run.
Same set.
He's going to go outside with it.
And same play, and he's in the end zone again. Again, that just power I backfield, and now Robbinsville is up 24-16, 9:01. A lot of time left to play. We'll be back right here on the Maroon Devils Network. And here we go. Robbinsville kicks it high and short. Almost looked like an onside. It's going to be out of bounds. And, boy, we're going to get the ball back in outstanding field position.
Yes, sir.
Up at the 44-yard line. Our Maroon Devils will take over on offense, Coach, with 9 minutes to play. And I know there's still 9 minutes, but you have that feeling like, hey, we need to answer that score.
Yeah, we do. And I think some of Coach Walter's little secret strategy bit him in the butt right there, and it gave us great field position right here.
So now, first down, Maroon Devils. Down by 8. Again, there haven't been a whole lot of possessions here in this ball game tonight. As a matter of fact, 42 plays for Robbinsville. Our Maroon Devils 35 plays. And it's just been a great ball game.
Yeah, we're 4.6 average for Robbinsville and 4.3 for us. Okay, here we go. Full house backfield with both backs back there with the quarterback.
Reese wants to throw, and boy, there's a great play. Brock Adams comes
great
up.
Defensive play right there, man. If he hadn't picked, we had that and we was headed to the zone, I'm afraid.
That's it.
Well, I hoped, but he dove underneath that and got one hand on it.
Just at the last second.
Yeah.
Brock Adams coming up with a big play. And talking about big plays, boy, we've had some tonight.
Yeah, we got some big-time players out there too. I mean, we got young people making plays all over the field.
These kids are playing their hearts out.
Both teams.
Yeah, their kids are really playing hard. Both teams want this game, you can tell.
Yeah.
There's no give up and no quit.
You like to see it that way. You like to see them taking each other on. And
Here comes Glaspie on the jet sweep, trying to get a block, trying to cut it outside, but he can't get it outside.
Nope.
He runs out of room over here at the line of scrimmage.
great pursuit by the Robbinsville defense.
Yep.
We stretched it as far as we could. We were trying to get everybody blocked, and it was just a battle of wheels right there at the line of scrimmage.
That's it. It's a numbers game, isn't it?
It is.
Who has the most numbers?
And you got to get there and have your body under control to make plays. We're trying to get them all blocked, and they're all trying to make plays. So it was a face-off right there.
It was. Well, these teams are getting after it. Some of these guys, of course, playing both ways on both teams.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. And it's just a shame, and I get irritated at officials. It's just a shame that officials feel like they have to take it out of the hands of the kids. I know you can't let kids play crazy.
We're going to have to use a timeout.
Yeah, we did.
Play clock ran
yeah.
down.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd like to remind everybody again, the Maroon Devil soccer team will have a pair of home games. First Monday against Tri-County Early College, and then with Murphy on Wednesday. Both will be played at the Rec Park Field due to track construction here at Swain County Memorial Stadium. Both start times will be at 5:30, and again, that'll be at the Rec Park Field. Lady Devil Volleyball will be on the road next week. Tuesday, they travel to Hayesville, and then on Thursday, they'll travel to Murphy in Smoky Mountain Conference play. And the cross-country team's not going to be competing this weekend because of that rain threat, but they will be in action next Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday as they travel to Kernersville. Might be a wet track this week.
Yeah, sure. it sounds like it's going to be. I hope the wind and the lightning and all that mess doesn't come.
Boy, you're right, Coach. Just watching stuff on TV, boy, we feel and we're praying for all the folks in Florida.
Man, I tell you,
it's tough.
They got hammered down there now.
They did. All right, after the timeout, we avoided a delay of game penalty. 3rd down and 10 coming up though. Got a big play here.
Yeah, and we'll probably see a little bit of movement out of their outside linebackers right here.
4-man front, nobody blitzing.
Nope, they played it straight
Reese
up.
sitting at the screen. This time they saw it. That ball, is it going to be caught or is it going to be a fumble?
It's incomplete.
Should be incomplete.
Yeah.
It never was caught by Glaspie, unfortunately. And even if it was, Coach, I mean, he was hit.
Yeah,
immediately.
We might have went to the well one time too many right there when they
they snuffed that one out.
Yeah, they smelled it out, and they kept an eye on him, making sure that we didn't get that third screen on him.
That's it.
We made it look a little different by where we threw it, but when they went into man coverage there, they pretty much took it away. Outside linebacker did.
Now dropping back is going to be Cutler Adams and Brock Adams. As we mentioned, there are 4 guys named Adams on this Robbinsville team. Got a man in motion now as our Maroon Devils. Oh, we're gonna run it on 4th down. We flip it out here to Collins and we get the first down. How about that at the 39?
Great fake punt.
Wow.
Great fake punt.
Gabe Lillard threw that pass to Collins. Mm-hmm. Collins, the normal punter.
Yeah.
How about that play?
Lillard is the up back that signals for the snap to be snapped, and they snapped it straight to Gabe, and out he sprints one way and Collins goes the other way.
That was a good pass.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Nope, not a soul.
I didn't see it. Obviously, the Robbinsville defense didn't see it.
Well, that's a good time. Coach Holt's pulling out the stops. If you didn't like him before, you got to like him now because that's gutsy right there now.
That's a gutsy play.
It is.
At the 39, 1st and 10. Here comes Collins running for a yard or two on the right side.
He's still up.
He's still
on his feet.
No whistle yet.
Nope.
And
well, now they'll throw a flag like they would have earlier.
Yeah, at the 35-yard line, and no flag.
Mm-hmm.
So he picked up basically 4 yards after being stopped for no gain.
Yeah, he got hit at the line of scrimmage and kept those feet moving and kept his shoulders down and just kept moving.
I tell you, Josh, a junior, and he's one of those kids that they're just tough.
He is. He's a tough individual. He's you don't beat him. You have to hold him down to beat him.
That's it. You got to out tough him.
Yeah, there's no give up in him.
2nd down and 6 now. Maroon Devils at the Robbinsville 35. 4-man front for the Black Knights. Here they come with the corner. And we run to that left side, and boy, they string it out, and he cuts back
running.
inside. He keeps running. Still got about 4 yards.
Yeah, picked up 3 or 4 on that play.
Yeah.
And it was well defended.
It was.
And Robbinsville did a great job of defending it, and he just found there again, that's what we were talking about. He's finding ways to get that ball upfield. And the more he does that and the more we all of our players do it, then the better we're going to be.
You know, it looked like Cutler Adams was going to come up and destroy that play, but
Yeah.
somebody got a hat on him and blocked him out.
Yeah, and all Collins is doing right there is just finding a way, a seam anywhere.
So now 3rd down, we need 2. At the 31, we got to go to the 29. Robbinsville, a lot of guys up in the box.
Running both linebacker blitz, both linebackers.
Boy,
Dead into it.
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
They just plugged both sides of that A gap.
Yeah.
And Coach, there was big 72 again. Titan Tisateski,
Yeah.
270-pounder.
Well, it'd been great if we'd been able to get on the edge with them, but our play called and they ran right into the teeth of it.
Yes.
I mean, right into the teeth of it.
Lost a yard, 4th down and 3 now. 5:29 still to play. And a big 4th down.
Big,
Whew.
great big one. Yeah. Now we need this. We need to get this first down.
No
now
doubt.
we have a wide side of the field. They're going to put Adams out there to defend the wide side of the field. They got him playing both sides.
Oh, I got a penalty flag.
It
and,
shouldn't have been. He was moving backwards.
Oh,
He
false
can
start.
move. He can move. He's a back, and he was moving backwards the whole time. Here we go again.
Yeah, now Sherman Holt is out there on the field.
He can move backwards. He can move. He can open up and move. He's going in motion.
Yeah,
It's
Sherman.
the same as going in motion.
Coach Holt's trying to explain that to the head referee.
There ain't no explaining. Never mind. I'm
Now it's going to bring a 4th down and 8, unfortunately. So this is probably going to change our play call.
Yeah.
With 5 minutes to play. But yeah, Coach Holt went out there and said, look,
Yeah.
he can do that. He
He's
can step
moving
back.
backwards. He's in motion. And even if he stops, he doesn't have to do anything else. As long as he's not moving forward when that ball snaps.
That's it. Oh, boy, 4th down and 8.
Well, any idiot that's ever seen the game played knows that. So
Now we're going to have to call a timeout. The play clock was down to 3. So we have time with 4:43 to play. A big 4th down and about 7 or 8 coming up here.
yeah, and I hope Coach Holt's got more composure than me right now. I really do, because
boy.
I've lost mine.
That was a big penalty right now.
Well, I'm not going to say anything that ain't been said before, but a comedian said one time, "You can't fix stupid." Okay, so there.
Oh, boy. Oh, that was we have seen, talking about penalties here tonight, Robbinsville, 9 penalties, 57 yards. Our Maroon Devils, 4 penalties, 39 yards. Interesting penalty situation there. Mm-hmm. Man, oh, man. But that was a big penalty at a crucial time.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. I mean, there's nothing. I can't even talk about it. There's nothing in a rule book that says that's a penalty, and you've got to be able to prove it's a penalty. And I guarantee you sit him down with a pencil and a piece of paper, he cannot prove that that's a penalty.
There you go. 4th down. We need 7. Got 3 wide. Now what's the whistle about this time? Now Robbinsville calls a timeout. They saw what we set up in.
Yeah.
Now they want to adjust.
Yeah, it was something they didn't like because we ended up with too many people. They were worried about the wide side of the field. That's exactly what they were concerned about. They didn't feel like they could defend that grass over there. That's why he called timeout.
Yeah. And this is a big 4th down, obviously. With 4:43 to play, Robbinsville now has 2 timeouts left. We have 1. So looking at the scenarios, obviously the Maroon Devils want to get the first down, keep the drive alive, try to tie the game. Robbinsville wants to shut us down, get the ball back, because they know with 4:43, if they get a few first downs, they can run out the clock.
It's over. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you said earlier, it's a chess match. It's all about strategy.
Yep. And this is a
It's
big
4th
play.
down, and they probably had some kind of inside blitz called again, and then they realized that they might have been screwing up by bringing in backers. They're not going to bring them now. They're going to bring that one over the top outside to put pressure on.
Here comes Reese.
Pressure on Reese.
Running away from that pressure. Now they're trying to surround him. He throws it away.
Yeah.
And, wow. And now, boy, Robbinsville fans are going crazy with that 4th down stop.
Yeah, Robbinsville they made a great call right there by bringing that. Didn't bring him inside like they'd been doing on the earlier 4th down plays. Because of the distance, they brought him over the top, that inside linebacker, to contain Reese, to make sure Reese could not move to that wide side of the field whatsoever and set up and throw the ball.
And that cut him off.
It cut him off.
Because he had to run this way. Yeah. And as you know, Coach, it's hard to throw back against across your body.
Yeah, you can't do it. And he had to run away from the pressure, and that put him running to his left.
And he's still limping out there as now Robbinsville has the ball up by 8, 4.5 minutes to play.
Run the clock now.
Yeah, they're going to run Adams probably a lot. And he's thrown for a loss in the backfield. And that's a good open field play by the Devil defense.
It sure was. Getting him out there and then throwing him for a loss. It should have lost more than that, actually, from where that spot is. But anyway, it's enough of a loss right there. But now all Robbinsville's going to try to do is run this football and run it and run it and run it. And unless they have to throw it to try to get a first down.
That's it. They're going to try to. Now the quarterback, as we mentioned, Donovan Carpenter, he's a big, tall, 6'4" junior. He's going to look at the play clock and let it run down.
Going from the wing tee, look, this time.
He's under center.
They're even to the weak side, fullback trap, right in the middle. Stuffed him again. Brings up third down.
Third down. Still 3:46 to play, and they can run it down to under 2 minutes if we stop them before we get the ball back.
Right, that's right. We'll see what it comes up. If we can hold them right here, and we got to remember again that if we hold them right here, then Coach Walsh has got a big decision he's going to have to make about whether he's going to punt this football or not. Going back to the wing tee, they flip-flopped it. Read the guards now. I'm just telling the folks watching on TV, watch those guards, offensive guards.
Here they
see
come.
them coming over the top. He's going to try to throw it backside out there
he had to
in the
throw it
flat.
away.
Yeah, he had to throw it away.
Penalty flag, that's probably a hold.
That is a hold, and that'll probably be declined, bring up fourth down.
Yep. And, boy, we brought some people as the guards went that way, and that opened up some lanes.
Yeah, that was a pass block. When they set up that way and they move, they were trying to get that back out into the back, out in the flat.
Face mask against the Robbinsville offense.
Yeah.
Wow, that you don't see that much.
Well, it's, when they start pass blocking, they punch their hands up and they get them right in the face. So now it looks like Coach Walsh has decided to punt if they actually do punt it, which I wouldn't think that he would try to fake it right now.
It's a tough part of the field at the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
And now the Maroon Devils could get the ball back with about 3 minutes to play. And they do punt it. Nice punt. Going to be a
man.
Oh, it's going to take a big Robbinsville roll.
We ran into each other back there trying to make a play on the ball, and
it cost us about 10 or 12 yards.
Yeah, the average used to tell all of our coaches, if that ball hits the ground, it's going to average between 12 and 17 yards on a row every time.
It did. It was at least 12 yards.
Oh, yeah.
So now our Maroon Devils, though, still have life. 2:56 to play, down by 8, 1 timeout left, but we've got to go 75 yards, and we've got to get 2 to tie.
Yeah, we got to make this work for us right here.
And, again, got to be aware of the clock. Again, 1 timeout, 2 minutes, 56 seconds, and that can go up in a hurry.
Yeah.
We got to be aware of the clock and be ready to roll on offense. Reese Winchester.
Look for him to blitz again.
Here they come. They brought him. Now they hold him back. Now we got a penalty flag. That was not delay of game. Now, if I'll start.
When that linebacker, I don't know who this was on.
We had somebody move according to the white hat referee.
I think we had an offensive lineman pointed at the linebacker, and if he's caught that movement, I can't even talk about this anymore. It's so ridiculous.
Oh, boy. Now at the
because
20.
You have to point them out.
Boy.
I mean, that's not in the rule book.
Yeah. Now first down and 15.
You can't call a penalty if it's not in the rule book.
So 5-yard penalty, Reese back to throw. Here they come. Linebacker from the left side. Reese throws it away again. And, boy, right now they're really coming after him.
Yeah, they're bringing him off the edge, doing stunts in the middle.
And one of the chief blitzers, Turner Jackson, their middle linebacker, has been coming hard from that edge. So now second down and 15. That does stop the clock. 2:50 to play with the incomplete pass. So now Gabe Lillard comes off the field. Well, Gabe had a big pass earlier on that fake punt.
Yep, he sure did. He threw it right to him.
And a pretty good pass in the end zone to Reese.
Yep, two times tonight. 2 big plays. And him throwing the football.
Yes, indeed. Gabe, of course, a senior. That might be delay of game.
It was.
Play clock down to 0. Boy, that cost us 5 more. That's second down and 20. Wow. Yeah, that hurts too. 2:50 to play now. Our Maroon Devils have got to be aware of that play clock. So now 2:50. Clock stopped momentarily, but second and 20 from the 15-yard line.
Boy, that hurts.
Yes, it does. Got to have three very positive plays here to get out of this hole. We've got to go to the 35 for a first down.
Well, it puts them in a Robbinsville situation where they can lay their ears back.
Yep.
They can come off these edges like they're doing.
And here they come. And we got it out here to Glassby. He made a great one-handed catch at the 17-yard line, a short gain, but it didn't look like he had a chance for that.
It did not.
But somehow he put one paw up there and pulled that ball in. Clock still running. He stayed in bounds with 2.5 to go. Now the Maroon Devils got to get up and call a play.
About 3rd and 17 or so right now.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Just got a short gain on that completion. Reese trying to call the play at the line of scrimmage. Got a man in motion now. He turns, and here comes basically a toss sweep. And down to about the 28-yard line. We're not near first down yardage, though, with 4th down coming up, and basically we got to go for it.
Well, we got to here. Yeah, you got it's 4th and about 7 or 8.
We have
4th
no
and
choice.
9 from that spot.
4th and 9. We have no choice, Coach. We got to go with, with 2 minutes to play.
2 minutes to play. This is for the game. We get the first down. We're still alive. We don't. They're going to run this thing down.
Oh, no doubt. We have one timeout left. We might have used it right. No, it's going to be Robbinsville.
Robbinsville did. I think Robbinsville wanted to get their ducks in a row because here, again, we have a wide side of the field.
Yep.
And I see them probably doing the same thing, is bringing a linebacker or pressure from the outside or deciding that they can cover these 9 yards with what they have and not have to try to put pressure on Reese.
Yeah, they could drop people into coverage.
And remind them, if I was Robbinsville defense coordinator, remind them of the screen. Now, whether he does or not, but
yep, because we've seen it a few times tonight. Yeah. Now, the last time we tried to run that screen, they really covered it well.
They were all over it. But there's some situations here where if they get in any type of man coverage, that you can still make some stuff happen.
So now Robbinsville, after the timeout, we'll see how they line up. Well, I tell you, the fans are still into this ball game. It looks like Robbinsville's going to bring 4 up. Now they're going to bring
they got
3 or 4
up
up front.
Yeah,
4. 4 down linemen.
They're using a backer over here, the inside backer, to play on the outside. And now here goes, going to throw it deep out there to Joe.
Gabe down the field, and Glassby had a shot at it, but double coverage.
Yeah.
Couldn't come down with it. Not a bad pass over here from Gabe Lillard, though. He had it in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, you got to take shots like that. Good call by Coach Cook. Good play call. That's the time to run that type of play and try to make something happen.
Oh, no question. That and, boy, that was so close to being complete. That was close.
Yeah.
Wow. But now Robbinsville with 1:34 to play. Our Maroon Devils only one timeout. And, they're just going to run the football and put this game away here in the Smoky Mountain Conference opener for the Maroon Devils and the Black Knights as well.
Got the option look. Got the fullback on the dive right here. Yeah.
Yep. And we stop him in the A gap. But again, time is not on our side. By the way, a couple of earlier scores. Right now, Andrews winning pretty big in their ball game, and so is Murphy. So Murphy and Andrews looking good as they're playing Cherokee and Hayesville tonight. But we kind of expected a big race between Andrews, Robbinsville, Murphy, and our Maroon Devils.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 teams in the hunt, I think.
I think they are. And if in dropping this one, this is not going to knock us out of it. All this is going to do is it'll put us in a situation that we got to sneak up on somebody. We've got to sneak up on somebody of that group that you just discussed. Of those 3, we got to find a way to sneak up on them. When I say sneak, I don't mean that they're better than us. I mean, we got to get one. If we get one, we throw a monkey wrench into this whole thing. We get 2 of them, then it's a showdown between us and somebody else.
Yeah. Well, Coach, I kind of look at it this way, too. I'm not sure anybody in the Smoky Mountain Conference is going to go undefeated because it's just so tough.
It is, and it's going to be hard. It really is. And to get prepared every week from here on out, it's going to be it's going to be trudgery. It's been that way since the beginning of time. When I used to call it Murderer's Row, when you had to start walking through good teams week after week after week, and but that's what it's supposed to be. If you're going to be our kind of conference, if you're going to exist and operate in the mountains here in the Smoky Mountain Conference, then you got to be able to do those things. You're not going to have many weak sisters out there that you're going to end up just taking a week off and beating them.
Yeah. I kind of compare it to this is kind of like a small version of the Southeastern Conference.
Exactly.
It's a dogfight every week in that conference, and this conference is the same way.
Oh, yeah, it is, and it has been for a long time. Everybody knows, we've discussed it many times, when you coming through the Smoky Mountain Conference, if you make it through the conference, you're something. You got a good chance of winning the thing.
That's it, because this conference has so many state championship trophies on the wall. Yep. It's shown we have the tradition, we have that winning edge that we've had for many, many years, and it's not going to go away.
No, and I'm standing here with my good friend Dale Farr, who from Robbinsville, and he and I played ball together in college, and Dale's up on the press box top tonight helping coach, and I just want to tell him how much I appreciate him all the years and all the stuff that me and him went through. We chewed a lot of dirt together, didn't we, Hoss?
All right, brother.
Dale, yeah, and Mountain Boys to the end. And Dale was at one time was the head coach at Robbinsville, and
yes,
and they paid him more money to come back to Georgia, and like a smart man, he took it.
Love you, brother.
I love you too, Dale. Good to see you, man.
All right. Fans, that's going to wind it up. As we mentioned, Robbinsville basically, got the football there after they stopped us on fourth down, ran out the clock like we knew they would. And this was, Coach, kind of what we expected, a hard-fought, physical football game that was close.
Yeah, it's a dogfight, and I get upset at officials, and I just do. It's in my nature. I think I was born with it in my DNA, but I just don't. I don't like bad calls.
I think all coaches are like that.
I guess I don't know. I don't know, but it is, and I would rather it be a situation where the players decided the game more evenly than that. But and so we're not going to dwell on that too much. We can't. That's an excuse. That's an excuse. Yeah. I can use it now because I'm not in Coach Holt's place, so I'm going to use it. So y'all might as well get used to it.
Next week, of course, we go to Andrews. So, the job does not get any easier coming up next week over against some of our old folks over there.
Yeah, Coach Phillips, he'll have them wound up tight. He's been doing a bang-up job over there.
Yeah,
and
they're good.
He worked here with us for a long time, and he knows what he's doing, and he's got a great group, and he's got them playing, man. He's got them going.
Fans, that's going to wind it up here this week. Join us again next Friday. We'll take on the Wildcats right here on the Maroon. Oh, okay. Hey, we just got word from up top we appreciate Joe Holt and Emma Dingle and Audrey Zelinka and all our friends working tonight. Stay tuned. They're going to be broadcasting the band's post-game show because we had the Hall of Fame ceremony at halftime. So the band post-game show coming up next here on the Maroon Devils Network. So long from Coach Rod Watt and myself. Stay tuned for the band coming up next.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of these things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
You are watching the Maroon Devils on the Maroon Devil Network.
Hi, I'm Cole Weichel, and thank you for tuning in to the Maroon Devil Network.
Gentlemen, athletics, football on the other side of the football field. Please clear the field.
All right, hey guys. Let's get
award-winning Swain County Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Kennedy Sales and Karen Williams Band. The color guard is under the Moore. Drum majors are Emma Carver and Jay Radley. Brass captain is Morgan Hunley. Woodwind captain is Erilyn Ely. Percussion captain is Grace Schuler. And color guard captain is Samantha Birchfield. Their 2022 marching show is titled The Piano Band. Tonight's musical selection will feature Beethoven's Fur Leaves, Billy Joel, Piano Band, and the George Gershwin classic, Rhapsody in Blue. Tonight, the band will be adding their closing number, which is Duke Ellington's Caravan. They'll travel next week to the competition. Please welcome the award-winning Swain County Marching Band.